We kill 'em. Beats in the hood.
Thanks for the info. All right,
What it good be, homies? What it should be? This your boy N.O.R.E.
What up, is DJ EFN.
And this is Militant Drink Champs, motherfucking Yappy Hour. Make some noise! And right now, when I tell you, you know, the game has shifted. You know, when I tell you, it started on the East Coast, then it went to the West Coast, I believe, then it went to the South, and then at some point, it went across the pond. That's what they say, right? Across the goddamn pond. And London is one of the hottest things happening right now. But one of the things that I appreciate about is this guy made a series. He made a series with all people who look like me. He made on paper. I imagine reading this on paper. It's like, black sci-fi superheroes. Like, that shit must have sounded crazy. Like, but I watched this series, and I'm telling you, this is one of the best series ever. I look at it like it's The Wire meets Black Panther with a little bit of Hulk.
I love that.
And I call it the Black Avengers.
That's dope.
You know what I mean? Not the Avengers, the Blue Avengers. The Black Avengers. And when I tell you, I was so happy watching this shit. Oh my God, in case you don't know what we're talking about the one and only motherfucking Rapman! No, I'm not exaggerating. I really watching it. I really was like, how can you? Because I read what it was about, right? And then obviously, you know, Tata's my boy. And he's like, yo, you gotta check this out. So I'm like, okay. I'm like, okay. And then I'm like, all right, cool. How can we make this make sense? And then when I watched it, I was like, this is so dope. Because, see, I thought that these people already knew about their superpowers. Okay. I didn't realize that they're finding out with me as I'm watching it. Yeah. So how did you come up with this idea?
You know what it is? I like the genre, innit? Like, I grew up watching the Batmans, the Supermans and all of that. And I always enjoyed it. But the narrative of person gets powers, then get spandex and a cape. It didn't make no sense. Because I'm not doing that. You're not doing that. Why are they always doing that? And we've been sold that for a long time.
Even like, Black Panther was a little thrown off about. You know, this shit was tight.
You get a long spandex suit and then you save the world. I'm like, bro, if I get money now, if I get powers, I need to get some money. You know, I need money. I need to fix my situation. I need to mend relationships. I need to make sure my family's straight. Why is there not a show that's like that with powers? And that's where it all just began, and just wanting to see that. So then when the opportunity arose, I was just like, yeah, this is what I want to do. You know, when Netflix came through.
And I heard you say, you said if it wasn't for Top Boy, that this wouldn't have been a success because Top Boy came first, correct?
Yeah, I don't think it would have been as accessible to you guys. I don't think you would have been more tolerant to the voice, to the language, to the slang. I think because you've watched Top Boy with them years, you're a bit used to us now. Even though our rappers are crossing over now, it's like, I think that helped it.
Like a good case study for over here.
So now when, you know, there's references, is it like Top Boy, is it like this, is it like the Wire? So I think it helps, man.
Because you know what? It was crazy because it was times that I had to rewind because I didn't understand some of the dialect. But then I thought about it, I was like, that's probably exactly what people were doing with The Wire.
Yeah.
Like The Wire was a straight Baltimore.
They were doing that in the U.S.
I'm talking about in the U.S.
Bro, I used to wonder, what's dude? What's dude? What's dude? I said, oh, dude. Like, bro, I learned that language from The Wire, and I was like, when the Supercell, I was like, I'm not even watering it down. You got to learn our slang the way I had to learn user slang. So, yeah, man, it's unapologetic still.
So let me ask you, because was that something that came across?
Yeah,
because
bare time Netflix would be like, Raps, they're not going to understand what they're saying. This is not even just in the States. They're saying people in the UK won't understand it because South London has its own language, we speak a certain slang.
Is that Brixton or no?
Brixton's part of South as well.
Okay.
But in general, like the real urban gritty parts of all London, we have our own slang. Mm-hmm. So when certain Netflix execs are watching it, they're not understanding what it means. Like, what does this mean? What does that mean? I was like, well, you're going to find out, but I'm not watering it down. This is going to be straight, raw South London show, how we speak, and people just have to figure out the language, man.
You know what's one of the dopest things? Was me coming to London for as many times I came to London. I always go to Nando's.
Oh, you always go to Nando's?
I always go to Nando's, and I'm looking, and I'm sitting there with my wife, and I'm like, it's gonna be authentic if Nando's is there.
No way.
And within the first 5 minutes, I'm like, yo, he shut me up. He shut me up like real quick.
Bro,
like the first 5 minutes of this shit. I was like, did I just say that? She was like, yes, calm down. I was like,
that's funny. Yeah, no, we were 100% Nando's had to be a part of it.
Right.
Yeah. So it's just the experience. That's the London experience.
Right. It was something you said on the Breakfast Club that I wanted to refute. You said that London slang is like New York slang, but I think you're correct.
Did I say it was like Canadian slang?
You said Canadian slang. Yeah. And you said
I said London's kind of like New York.
But here's the part that you forgot to mix out. I think that the yard man slang is a part of the London slang.
Yeah, 100%. Because, and people was checking me on that. People were hitting me like the
Jamaican patois.
Yeah, they were saying that's why the Canadians sound like the Brits, because all of the Jamaicans that went over to Canada and the slang got inherited there the same way we inherited it over here in London, should I say.
Yeah. Right.
So that might be true. Yeah, I'm here to learn, bro. I'm here to learn.
That makes sense, yeah.
Because you remember, in my day, I remember hearing about the Shower Posse being deported from New York, and that's where they went. They went to Canada and London. Right. You know what I mean? Everybody didn't want to go back to the yard. They was like, wait a minute. Right. But you from Nigeria.
I'm from Nigeria.
Yeah,
big up. All time nice. You know what I mean?
You used to steal credit cards and shit like that, right?
I mean, this guy. That's a bad stereotype. I'm not saying that's not true.
Next he's going to ask you, you're a prince. Are you a prince?
He said nothing is not true.
I'm going to say it's not true. That's a very harsh stereotype.
Right. So, but for those that don't know, this is a very deep part of, I'm about to say movie and then I'm about to say documentary, but this is a series.
Yes.
It's a very deep part of the series is he attacked a very serious issue in our community. And what I didn't know, there's two things in my life that I always wish I asked more of. When Pun used to go to sleep and when Prodigy used to get sick. I used to always wonder, I never asked him, like, what are you going through? Like, I guess I was too young, so I just was like trying to ignore it. Yeah. And then obviously that's when I heard sickle cell. I heard you say that you first found out from sickle cell from hit him up.
Yeah, from hit him up. Hey, why y'all got sickle cell? That was the first time I heard it. I was like, what's the sickle cell that he's using? Yeah, that's the first time I ever heard it.
So what a lot of people don't know is sickle cell is a universal disease, but it runs rapid in the Black community. And I heard you say something that was really, 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 really deep. You said there's supposed to be other people with sickle cell. You just never met them.
I haven't met them.
So what I did was I had the group Google everyone all famous people who got sickle cell. You guys got that notes? Don't read it in Dominican now. Read it in English. Come on. Yeah. Let Has read it?
Yeah, let Has read it.
Nobody believes in your reading
skills. He's having troubles even reading it.
Hold on. Who? Tiki Barber from the football player. Okay.
Miles Davis.
Also Black.
Lawrence Tate.
Also Black. Yeah, that's crazy. According to Google. Okay. This is Dominican and Colombian Google.
Okay.
So I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Ryan Clark.
Ryan Clark. That he's Black.
You said Beanie Man?
Beanie Man? Big up Beanie Man.
I didn't know that.
Who? King Tut? Who, the Egyptian nigga?
King Tut the pyramid?
I think he was around before Supacell was around.
Whose list is this, man?
I think after that, I think maybe.
Like I saw yesterday.
I feel like you gotta stop the list there because I think that's the Wikipedia list. That's someone's Wikipedia list.
I wasn't even ready for that one, man.
I think the list is. I think that's invalidated.
Yeah. I told you it's Colombian and the Dominican. Okay. What else? Carlos Boozer, the basketball player. Okay. Kiki Shepard. Okay. George Floyd.
Okay.
I did. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, we knew that. We knew that. And Prodigy.
Prodigy.
Yeah. And that's how the list stops. So another thing that I heard that the movie was inspired by George Floyd because of how up in a raw London was at that time.
Yeah.
Can you explain that?
It was a massive deal, man. Like I know a lot of people from the States always feel like the black pain there is not inherited, but we feel it the same way that you lot feel it. So when George Floyd got murdered, it was just, the straw that brought the camel's back. Everyone felt it. Everyone was down. And everyone was going to central London protesting and doing what they was doing to raise awareness. Just to say we've had enough, do something.
Right.
And even though it wasn't a problem happening on our streets in London, we felt that, man, that ricocheted. So I'm thinking, do I go central with my sign and do what I'm doing? And I thought that was dope for everyone doing it. I was like, can I do something different? Can I do something that makes us feel like we can't just get killed and thrown into the trash and no one cares? So I said, well, if we need to do something to make us super, and that's when I really started working on the show.
Right.
But I didn't know that TV takes 100 years at them times, so I figured it would be like a movie. I started in January, it'll be out by December. It took years, but I didn't know that at the time, so I really worked on it thinking it could be ready and it could come out at the end of the year and this would be like a dedication to it, So, but yeah, it was just a dark time in London, man. Like, it was just too much because the video was so graphic.
You're talking about the George Floyd video?
Yeah, man, that was just like, ain't no one gonna do nothing. And I'll tell you one thing I'll say in London, if that was in London, people would have jumped in. Yeah. Like, I'm not saying they didn't. I get it, you lot got guns, the friends have got guns here, innit? In London, there's no guns. Like, when the police don't have guns like that. So if they're trying to choke out one of the brothers, the man them are jumping in on that. That can't just fly. For us, we're watching that like, I don't know. They just let 4 man that are choking this bread, all that. Because what else we're gonna get? We jump in and you might sit in a cell for a bit, you can say but it's not a big deal, but I get the fear of you jump in there, you might get shot. So it was just like, but we're watching this like, why is no one doing nothing? Why is no one helping him? So it was just a big uproar in the UK, man. I just wanted to play my part. You know what I'm saying?
So and that inspired this because I believe, like we just said, George Floyd had sickle cell too.
I didn't even know that. That's crazy.
Yeah, you didn't know that?
I just heard that now. Yeah.
Let's hope that Google is correct.
I ain't gonna lie. Since I heard King Tut, that list, I'm not even taking that list seriously.
He said that shit covered the King Tut.
He said it with his own chest as well.
But you Googled this, so who?
You sure that wasn't Wikipedia? Was it Wikipedia though?
On King Tut, the emperor.
He said King Tut. But they say it started from malaria. And malaria started years after King Tut.
You sure they ain't talking about King Tut, the shooter from Brooklyn?
Maybe.
Maybe
King
Tut might be talking about him, man.
An artist we don't know about.
Yeah. So I think I asked you this in little parts, but I want to ask it in its entirety. You get blessed with this opportunity. These people say, go ahead, we're going to let you do what you want. What makes you say, yo, you know what? Let me take a risk on my own people. Like it was like I could literally count some of the white people that was in there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like in a good way. It was the bad lady. The bad lady. She was white.
Oh man, you know what? The trailer came out, and in the comments was just so much racism. It was crazy racism. Oh, so all the white people are villains. Oh, I guess this ain't for me then. Oh, is this in some mystical world where London's black? I'm just like, yo, bro, if we uproared like this every time a show came out where we was in one row, we would have. I won't be able to be here because I've got to be on the YouTube every second because there's no shows. Every single 90% of shows predominantly white cast, especially in the UK. So it's like, why the one? We got like 5 shows now that was all black cast. I couldn't believe the racism.
Right.
Because I didn't intentionally put white people in there as villains.
Right.
It was just a predominantly black cast. So it was kind of the roles that were left over kind of thing. Like, who's there? Because this whole show was to put black actors in a position where they don't have to fly to the States to do roles. I want to give them a show where they can get paid well, big platform, you know, grow their brand with a show like this. So we went out looking for black actors to, you know, give them a step up. So it wasn't anti-white, it was just pro-black.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, make so much So now I'm gonna say this. Now, one of my favorite characters is Taser.
Right? They got Josh.
let me tell you why he's one of my favorite characters, because he's human. Meaning, not to say that everyone else is not human, but what I'm trying to say is, you would figure you get like powers, and then you like, all right, cool, let me go help the homeless. Like, that's not how certain people are. He was a wicked man before he got the powers. And then he stayed a wicked man after he got the powers. And he started doing some ill shit. So, but what made you say that balance? Because, you know, my man Michael he's
a good guy.
Like he's the leader that's not the leader, that's the leader.
Yeah, he's an unofficial leader for now.
But to me, Taser was so much relatable to like street people, like who would get these powers and be like, yo, I'm gonna rob a bank. Like fuck helping the homeless, fuck helping the wheelchair guy. These guys want to, So what made you say that, keep that balance of character?
Because if I'm telling a story on normal people with powers, and the normal people with powers set in South London, there is no version of South London where a guy like that doesn't exist. Right. You know, like, I'm from South London. South London is, it's kind of like the poverty part of London, you know. So a lot of London, not all of London, as you saw, 5 different characters, but that part is very prominent. And I just wanted a character that, if you're in a gang war and then you get powers, you're like, oh shit, now you've got the edge. And that was Taser. Like, his thing was, this is a game changer. With this, we can take them, we can take them, we can take them. And that's his mind frame. Remember, he's only a teenager. He hasn't even thought about robbing the bank. He's still about money, power, and respect now.
Money, power, respect.
So I just wanted someone realistic. As he gets older, he's probably going to say, why don't I just rob a bank? But at the moment, he's just trying to put his team on. He's trying to get his team to the next level.
Okay, now, this is something I was waiting to ask you but first of all, before I ask you straight up that, I'm 46 years old. I don't condone violence anymore, but every now and then...
anymore. That ain't the N.O.R.E. albums I used to listen to, bro. The N.O.R.E. albums I used to listen to used to condone a lot of violence, bro.
Let me just tell you something.
That's why he said anymore.
No, that's why I said that anymore. But it's a scene where Taser is on the bike and they got their bandanas on. And I was like, I want to be with them. Like, they were looking so cool. Like, I'm just telling you, like I said, I started this off with I don't want to condone violence, but I was like, I want to be there. Like, they went through the hood. People start and they're on the bikes. But they look so smooth. They looked so, I was like, I would like to be there and help out.
Be a part of the violence.
Yeah. It looked so cool.
And it was for a good cause. They wanted revenge, man.
Yes, they wanted revenge.
Yeah.
So, is it like that in London?
Yeah, pretty much. The whole bike thing, it was a way for the gangs to move because there's no license plates. Right. Remember London, we're CCTV everywhere. There ain't no license plates on pedal bikes. So if you're beefing an area where it's literally a pedal bike away, you get there, you get caught. There's no, unless you get caught, you're not, you know, they can't catch you. There ain't no license plate. There ain't no.
Yo, that went over my head. Because
and diabolical at the same time.
Went over my head. I didn't even know that.
Honestly,
that's why
you can type in on YouTube and you can look at PYGs. Like, there was a gang in Brixton and there's a gang in Peckham. They used to beef back in the day, and you see a real shot of the gang. I can't remember if it was Brixton guys to Peckham or Peckham going to Brixton, but you see a similar shot where there's much more people on the bikes going to the other area. And you do that because scooters, pedal bikes, no license plates.
Because they did it again in the scooters.
So there's no getting caught.
Yeah.
Like, so that's
wow.
So now, not only that, this is an important question to me personally. It's very distinctive that you see one side is red, and then you see the other side blue. I didn't hear them calling each other Bloods or Crips. But I also remember me going to San Diego and seeing the same shit, like, but with Mexican gangs.
Mm-hmm.
And
it's different for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
it's north and south a lot for them.
Norteños and
And
Sureños. So is it something like that, like where these gangs use the same colors as Bloods and Crips?
It's not for Bloods and Crips, no.
Okay.
But gangs do have colours.
Oh,
Certain
wow.
gangs do rep colours, you know, from what I can remember. You know, as I said, the game changes all the time. But for example, I don't know how if you are familiar with Gigs, for example.
Gigs, the rapper? Of course.
So when he would come through, like his area used to rep the black bandanas. But that was just their colour that they would rep. That rapper that's in the show, Digga D, his team rep blue.
Okay.
And other gangs rep red, but it was just growing up. Your gang would have a color. Okay. Like your bandana would be a color to rep Hughes gang. Like you would come out. It's not as deep as Crips and Bloods. It wasn't that. It wasn't even. I don't even think. It wasn't intentionally inspired by that, but it is gangs do rep colors in
and they do it a lot in the Caribbean too. When I've been to like Haiti, they red and blue, and they're not Bloods or Crips, but different parts have different flags.
But you know, when I originally started doing it, I've done a movie before called Blue Story.
Oh, come on, chill. I got that in my notes.
Yeah. No, but what it is, the two gangs was going at it, and I remember the exec was like, we just couldn't tell who was who. We just couldn't tell who was who. Oh. They just didn't get it who was who. They just didn't know who the baddies were. They just saw a group of black guys rushing at each other. So then we had to put colours. So it was like for the audience, the blue guys, the bad guys, and the red guys. So we started doing like that. But the fact is, it is a younger lot. From what I can recall, things change all the time in the streets. I'm not a kid no more. But the colours is very prominent.
So I'm bouncing around a little bit. I was watching on YouTube, and there was this guy on the street. He was interviewing this other guy on the street, and he goes, "Do you wear your watch in London?" And he said, "No." He said, "Why not? You have insurance." And the guy said, "I don't have insurance for my arm."
Oof. London's not the place, man.
Wait a minute. Oh,
good thing you hear this now.
He literally said that people come and they'll chop your hand
with a machete?
With a machete for your watch? Is it that bad?
People will do what they need to get them watches off your wrist. Wow. I will give it that. Like it's not a joke. I think a lot of people lose a lot for their watches these days. So if you're not going somewhere where I feel like you can't protect it, it's just not worth the grief. You know, like I've seen videos where you just go to the restaurant with your woman with your watch on. They will wait for you to come out, follow you home, and then rip off your arm for their watch.
And the waiter is down with it too, right? Or something like that?
I've seen that. I've seen the same video you've seen. I don't know if that's common knowledge, but that's it. I heard that's how they knew. So what the waiter does, a waiter who formerly from the street, call the people and say, someone's just come in with this AP, you know, blue dress, black blazer, and then they wait for you to come out, they follow you home, and then they get you at your doorstep. It's crazy though. Watch crime in the UK is crazy.
They said this is number one in London. They said it's number.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. I can very much believe that.
And then you know what's fucked up was number two?
Yeah.
I know we go off the subject, but you know what's fucked up? That's number two that I recently just read.
What's that?
Cannes, France.
Cannes? Where did
Cannes.
Damn.
Oh, I've seen that recently though.
Cannes.
I've seen that happen.
But did you? But
Cannes.
Cannes.
Yeah, Cannes.
I didn't know that. That's good looking out.
I've seen that recently when people were going out there. They were getting robbed like crazy.
Yeah, they said that, but they're not violent though. They come up to you with pepper spray.
Oh.
Yeah, and you go like this.
And then they
they're not violent. Yeah.
That's a bit better. But I'm still trying to keep my watch, bro. Like, so, I'm still trying to keep my watch, so preferably none of them. So let me stay clear from Cannes now. You know what I'm saying?
I'm bouncing around, but let's go back to the series. So another fun character was Sabrina.
Big up Nadine.
Okay. She called her man cheating.
Yeah.
And she didn't kill him. She has the powers. I was starting to think, I said, you know how many other women in the hood would have took full advantage?
Bro, we played it in LA, for the LA's premiere. Everyone in the crowd, the girls like, you get him there. They was going crazy. They loved that. Every time we play that to an audience, the women in the crowd go crazy. They go crazy. They love it. You know, like they want her to kill him. So,
and she's a good girl.
Yeah, and she didn't know she had the powers at that point.
Right.
So,
I love the fact, and I'm not blowing it up, but I want everybody to go see this because if you haven't seen it, You have to see it. And if you
Agreed.
saw it, watch it again, because I had to watch it again.
What N.O.R.E. said.
To catch certain things, and then I had to watch again. And then the only messed up part is I was running around, hey, bruv.
Yeah, as soon as I walked in, he was saying that.
Hey, bruv, I swear.
Everybody does that. Everybody goes into their English accent once they've started watching Supercell. Everybody.
Yes, so
Everyone.
it's not just me.
Everyone's doing it.
Yeah, but all right. So like I said, everyone I should watch it. But one of my favorite things, and I touched on it earlier, is how they start to get their superpowers. Because remember, for those that didn't see it, they're all trying to use it. They all find out that they got it, and then they try to use it, and then they can't.
Yeah, when they really need it, it doesn't really work.
And
They haven't mastered it.
Yeah, it takes a minute.
it kind of reminded me of black people in our situation. Sometimes we react better when we're stressed.
I feel like when our back's against the wall, that's when we show out. Yeah. For sure.
So that's when I started to think. I started to look at that. I was like, is that what's happening?
There's a lot of subliminal messages inside there, you know? Like when I do write, I always write with, I might not turn up when I need to on time, but it's when you need me, I'm going to be there. So and that's how the powers kind of come about sometimes, where even though it comes through times of stress, when they really need it, it should be there. But then again, not always, because you've seen it to the end, right?
Yeah, I've seen that.
So you already know it doesn't. But it is. There's so many subliminal messages inside there that is there to uplift the community and just to really speak on the human beings, especially the black community. So, yeah.
And you know what I would love too? The wardrobe.
The dresses.
Like everybody I saw looked exactly like how I thought that they would look. Even down to the guys that, you know, the snatchers, like they shit was baggy. I'm talking about the hoodie guys.
Yeah.
Like they shit was baggy. They shit was like, it was like fly. Like I was like, that's exactly how it is.
My question, Janelle's gonna be happy with that compliment. So big up Lauren.
I'm telling you, like it looked like, and like you would think like, what's it called? What's it called? Hi-fi? Sci-fi?
Which one?
I'm talking about, what is it? The genre?
Sci-fi, yeah.
So you would think sci-fi, like you were speaking on earlier, you would think sci-fi and they'll put on some digital shit or something like that. Or and it's like, it looks like right now.
We tried to ground it. That's what the whole point of the show was like. We wanted everything to be like, if London got powers now, this is what it looks like.
Relatable.
So we wanted it to be like, whatever you're wearing, this is what you would wear. And this is what so we was trying to do everything as honestly, I feel like that's the realest version of what London's like, minus the powers, obviously. But that is, when I look at that, the parties, the music, the energy on the streets, I just look at that and I feel like that is just London. So I wanted to keep that as much as possible and put these powers on top and see if it would still work.
So when did London shift, right? Because at one point, I remember us coming from the US, excuse me, and we would go to London. It would be cool. No one would worry about nothing. There's no, like, I wouldn't say there was no crime. But
I don't know, man. I don't say you won't remember, but you came to London years ago. I don't know if you came with.
But you probably didn't go into the hoods either.
No, but he came to an event. It was called the Urban Music Seminar,
Okay.
It was so many, it might be 20 years ago. Like, it was so long ago. Man that from my generation will remember this. Because you came, you don't talk, and Bear Man came to see you. But everyone from everywhere, north, south, east, and west, all the hoods. You came for one of the days, but it turned into like a battle royal bloodbath in that place because every single gang basically collided.
Shit.
It was a big, but
takes a lot.
But yeah, so even though you won't remember, you're like, we liked you, innit? So you wouldn't see that. We wouldn't.
You know what? That's probably what it is. I felt protected. I felt like,
you was like, Noriega was Noriega was in London, bro. We was like, what? But we all went down there to see that, and we showed you love. So the minute you left, it went crazy. You saw it turned into because what it was. London's always been violent, bro.
I agree with you. It could have been. I believe it was violent back then, but it was so much structured. It wasn't. Do you think it's the what is it? Drill music?
I mean, that's part of it.
Do you think it's the introduction of drill music?
Nah, I think it's just
social
the
media
cameras,
too.
bro. Social
Yeah.
media. The cameras, them days when you're there, like, see, if I had a camera phone there, I would be showing you footage of me meeting you.
Right.
But I didn't have that then. We didn't have phones. You're just seeing it now. But London's always been, and to be honest, London's a bit worse. It used to be a bit worse them days because there's automatic gun laws now where if you get found with a gun, you get automatic 5 years.
Wow.
It wasn't like that back in the day.
Yeah.
Back in the day, you could do a year for a gun, so a lot of men were taking that risk.
Right.
It's not, now it's automatic 5 years.
Right.
So people are less willing to carry a gun and they're ready to pick up a knife. But when you was coming those times, trust me, man, it was still, remember, but you didn't see Top Boy on the screen.
Yeah,
so you're still
correct.
eating crumpets and drinking
Unless he saw it firsthand, he wouldn't know it existed.
yeah,
right?
so you're not
correct.
knowing
Yeah.
that. So that's why I say Top Boy help, because you're not knowing that. You're not thinking, everyone's thinking, we're just Queen's English, but it was always, London's always been London, man.
Yeah. I went to London one time. Big up, we called him the man them, right? And he,
You called him the man them.
the man them. I don't know if he wants me to blow up his name, but so I'm in London. I'm performing, and Tim Westwood is not a part of the show, but he came to the show, and guys came and gave me a bag of weed like this big. And everyone came up to me, hey, you're drug dealing, man. I was like, no! Because I had so much weed. I had never seen nobody from like New York have so much weed because, you going home the next couple of days. I smoked all that shit. Oh, yes, I did.
I believe it.
So, bouncing around a little bit. The food culture in London. And you got a mix of, African soul. You got even a little bit of Latino out there. You got a little bit of everything. Like, what is your favorite London dish? Based on
London dish?
Yes, London dish.
I more prefer the African dishes because I'm African, but if I was to take out my own food, but I've been eating African food since I was a kid.
Okay.
I'll probably get the Caribbean food.
Okay.
Like, so if I'm not eating jollof rice or goosey soup and ground rice, I would probably get rice and peas and oxtail. Okay. So those are more that's what I'm eating. But London, we've got a mix of everything though.
Okay. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, like
I
New
feel
York.
like we are. It's very much like New York.
Yeah.
I just come back from New York and I'm always just like, it's so similar. Everything, the vibe, everything. So yeah, I think London, my favorite food is always the Afro and the Caribbean, but you got everything, man.
Okay. What's the one that I take the bread and I dip it in the rice and then I go like that? What's
bread and rice?
Isn't that Ethiopian though?
That fufu.
Yeah. But that's a Ghanaian dish.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it's not bread.
That's not
it's
bread?
Not bread. It's like it's hard to call it, man. It's like a grounded rice.
Right.
It's like a grounded rice.
Almost
it's
like tortilla, almost.
It's like, so you threw me off with putting bread into rice, but it's like it's just African. It's African culture food.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cause I like where everybody eat it, but Michael Blacksmith.
Cassava, isn't that?
Michael Blacksmith eat it. I'm like, oh,
Right.
he's like,
That's how you know he's enjoying it. That's how you know you've got a good dish. If you're doing it like that, that's how you know. It's not meant to be.
Right.
It's not meant to be clean. It's meant to be messy. You're meant to be enjoying, man.
Okay, let's talk about Shower Story.
Shower Story. I'll big up Shower Story.
That was your first.
That's what cut me through. Yeah.
Okay.
So that there was that was 5 years into my journey on YouTube trying to make something of myself.
Right.
So I was uploading from 2013 loads of different like musically narrated shorts like that. And every time I uploaded one with a story, I got more attention, And every time I uploaded just regular music, it got less attention, which is cool. Doing it for years and years and years, and it's kind of getting to the point where it's costing me more than it's bringing me, So I remember getting to the point now, it's been 5 years. When I say 5 years, I'm very much like not done a little bit in January and a little bit in December. I'm uploading like 10 times a year. Wow. So I've got something for Valentine's Day. I've got something for the summer. I've got something for August. And it's costing, because you got to pay for it. You got to shoot it. You got to upload on the channel. You got to pay upload fee. And I remember thinking, you know what?
Wait, time out. You got to pay an upload fee for YouTube?
If you were to go like, okay, say like the World Star of Hip Hop. When I was trying to get something on there, they tell you this is how much money it's worth. So that onto one of the platforms where you can get and you want to get on the biggest platform so your people can get seen.
I get what you're saying. Okay.
So I remember it coming now, it's like the 5th year into the journey and it's like, you're getting people that know you well, like, bro, is it time to to hang it up, bro. Like, you've tried, man. I was like, but I know my thing's different, bro. Like, I know my thing's like, my thing's unique, though. And they're like, yeah, but bro, it's been for like years, bro. You know what? The man that don't even want to turn up to the video shoots no more. It's like, bro, we've been coming to videos for years. You got to go to work. I'm just like, So I remember saying to myself, I got this shower story thing on. I've had it on YouTube on Spotify from 2017. No one knew because I didn't get a lot of streams. But people that listened to it, the audio of it.
The audio, okay.
Right. Everyone that listened to it, people that didn't really talk to me really well would always message me. So I heard that thing on Spotify, yo, this is really good. I was like, maybe just on my last hurrah, I'm just gonna do a visual to this.
Okay.
As my final goodbye, because I love the storytelling.
Yeah.
I love storytelling.
Big
I love the genre.
B-sides and shit like
so
that.
I was like, let me just do my last one, then go figure out some sort of job, man. And then I put it out and it blew up. Like, it was crazy. Like, just, I don't know, we got like so part 1 got 1 million views in like 10 days. And then before then, I never had 1 million views. Part 2 got like 1 million views in 4 days. And part 3 got 1 million views in 5 hours. And it was viral. Then I got calls from Jay-Z and James Samuel, and everyone's calling me, and everyone did tie-tie. I went tie-tie through that.
From Shower Story?
From Shower Story.
Okay,
like, so basically, once that came through the door, Shower Story, everybody came. And what worked in my favor was there was a massive show in Britain at the time called The Bodyguard. The BBC's biggest show for ages, and it was their finale.
Oh, and you went against them?
But I didn't know because I didn't watch The Bodyguard.
You went against them and bust their ass?
Yeah. So when we come out and we're trending about the biggest show in the UK, I just had
huge,
all the networks start to contact me. So TV production companies are hitting me up, film production companies are hitting me up. Everyone's hitting me up like, we want to work, we want to do this, we want to do that, we want to do this. And I was like, yo, like, I was in the game. Like, without trying to get into the game kind of came to me and I got through. Yeah, man.
So, by the way, congratulations.
Thank you.
Well, you said James Samuel earlier, my man.
Big up my boy James.
Seal's brother, right?
Yeah.
Do you remember the first time meeting James?
Bro, I was with my boy over there, yeah. So we're on a high for Shower Story. We're doing all these radio interviews. We're getting back and forth. And then I got an email from a guy called Jamal Edwards, man. He passed away not too long ago, but a really lovely guy. Started a channel called SBTV, which is where a lot of us started. So he's emailed me, said James Samuel and Jay-Z are trying to reach you. I didn't know who James Samuel was, but I saw Jay-Z as that. Bro, this is lies, bro. This is like cat. Like, I wasn't even paying attention to it. So I just sent the quickest email back. Yeah, give them my number. Just didn't even pay attention to it. There was a big billboard of Shower Story in my neighborhood, like where I used to hang out. So we went down there just to take a picture next to it. Till I got a FaceTime call from James Samuel. Bro, this brother's energy was crazy. People talk about my energy, yeah? But his energy, he was like, what's good, black guy? Hold on, black guy! He's like, what's good, black guy? I've seen your work. And we want to work with you. Me, Jay-Z, Tata. I'm just like, bro, who are you, bro? I'm like, yo, I appreciate the compliment, man. Like, what's good? He goes, I'm not going to sell you on who I am, but just know you are a black guy. This is what he's telling me. I don't think I've even heard the phrase black guy before this time. So he's just going off. And I'm like, okay, I'm just taking the compliments. Okay, bro, appreciate that. He goes, can I call you next week? I said, yeah, bro, you got my number, man. You can call me whenever you want, man. He goes, and me and Jay-Z are saying, I said, bro, you don't have to keep on saying Jay-Z, bro. I just appreciate that you call me. I just didn't even believe. You know the one, to me, Jay-Z is a guy that lives over there. We live in London, bro. It doesn't even work. So I was like, I'm going to call you in 1 week, answer the phone. I said, all right, then, bro. Yeah, have a good time, man. Speak to you soon. I looked at my boy, we think about that. I don't know, man. It was just weird. The energy was crazy. But then I remember, like, about 10 days later, I'm putting my daughter to bed now. And he's called, and I'm just like, bro, this is that crazy brother with the black one guy. I'm like, nah. So I was like, okay, I said, 1 second. I said, I told my little girl, chill. I said, yo, bro, I'm just putting my little one to bed. And he goes, wait. Black guard? Speak to my friend first. I was like, bro. Yo. And it's home, bro. I'm like, bro, this guy's legit. But so it was dope. But you know what's funny, though? James is like, one of my closest friends now.
No, right, that's fine.
And
That's
obviously through James, he's introduced me to Ty. And James and Ty are like my proper, like, they're my actual friends.
Right,
you know, if they was here now, they'd be sitting either side of me. But it was crazy at the time. He was just this mad guy with mad energy. Remember, this is before Harder They Fall, before Booker Clarence. So I've never heard of him.
Right.
He doesn't come on the phone and say he's just a guy with a mad energy that he's basically telling you, congratulations, you've met me.
Right.
Now let's win. I'm like, bro, what? So that's his energy, bro. But that's him, though. Like, James's energy is so positive. Like, and honestly, since he's come into my life, it has only been win upon win because we move as a collective.
Right.
So even with this, he's like, yo, we need to go and drink. Who do we call to get on drink? He's like, nah, but you need to go. So that's James' energy. He's like, no, let's go time. So that's how we move as a collective now, but that's the energy he came with when I met.
You gotta tell your story.
Listen. I'm just becoming a member of Soho House.
Jump out.
No, I'm talking about back then. Back then, I'm just becoming a member of Soho House. There's nothing but white people around. For real. I walked to the bathroom.
Which Soho House, though?
This is Soho House, and the one where Bo was downstairs in LA.
Yeah.
So I'm walking through. It's a very quiet Sunday evening. He's walking by me. He stops and he goes, "The black god N.O.R.E!" I'm like, calm down, whoever you are. Like, wait a minute. I see all the white people's faces saying, why did he just call him the black god? And I'm like, hold up. And he's like, hey, man. And I'm looking. And then he starts dropping names too. He says his J name or whatever. So I'm like, I kindly just text Biggs. I was like, yo, this is a weird guy standing in front of me with braids. And so he was like, he's damn near like Hove's best friend. Be nice to him. I said, yes, I am the black god.
But James, you know the thing with James, he's everything he says he is.
Yeah, he is.
And he doesn't drop names because he knows these people are confidants to him as well, and he's confident to them. So he's that guy, though.
No, he was just telling me because he was like, "Yo, I just told Jay I'm putting you in the movie," and I'm looking, and I'm like, "This shit is too good to be true." so I kindly just texted Biggs and was like,
"Trust me, that's the same energy I would go." He's like, "I'm gonna do this." Like an amazing person. No, James is that guy, man.
So let me ask you, because we heard this famous story about Netflix coming to see you. And you running up the bill.
Yeah. I ate that food good, man.
Yeah?
So
you remember what you ate?
Oh, man. It was some mad dumplings. It was some prawn dumplings, money bags. If anyone's gone to Novikov, you know what I'm talking about, man.
Novikov? Okay, you ain't had the truffle crab leg?
Bro, the way I was ordering everything, I must have had that as well.
Okay.
Whatever was expensive on that menu, I was making them order. Because I ain't got shame for things like that.
Right.
If you're going to take me to dinner, you're going to take me to dinner, bro. I'm going to eat today. You know what I'm saying? So, remember, at this
Hold
point...
on, y'all. It's 444. Just want everybody to know. 444. I'm back. Continue.
So I remember I tried to do a deal with Netflix in 2018. This is before my movie came out, after Sharon's Story. They didn't like the show I had, you know, it just wasn't for them. And they had some sort of deal where it's like, you can still pitch ideas to us and we see what we like. I was like, I'm not really trying to be a pitch pony, but I'm sure we'll reconnect, you know, like if it's meant to be. So my movie that was coming out, Blue Story, the promo for it in the UK was crazy. You couldn't go nowhere and not see it. Buses, underground, billboards, radio.
And this is still you independent with this Blue Story?
Yeah, still independent.
Go ahead.
So they've reached out, like, you know, can we go to dinner? And I'm like, okay, they've seen all the press. Because the press was everywhere, you know, and we don't get a lot of all-black cast movies. They come around like once every 6-7 years in the UK. So when it comes, it's a big deal.
But let me ask you, and I want you to get right back to that. But how did you get that funding for them to see that, the billboards and things like that?
Oh no, I'm sorry. I was independent, but it wasn't. So after Shower Story, when I told you everyone came, I was like, yo, I got this thing I made earlier. 2 years before Shower Story, I wrote this movie. I wrote Blue Story, and it just sat on my laptop for years. I'm hoping one day I'll make enough money. I'm going to save my money, and I'm going to make it. So it just sat there. So when everybody came, like, we want to do this, I was like, yo, if you want to do this movie I got, because I didn't write that for nothing, then we can make that. And that's how that got made. So it wasn't independent. I was independent, but the movie was made by Paramount.
Okay.
It was an independent movie, but Paramount paid for the distribution, so they were pushing it everywhere.
Okay.
So yeah, so they basically saw the hype, you know, and was like, yo, do you want to go to dinner? And I was like, cool, let's go to dinner, man.
Right.
Where do you want to go? So and they made it clear, you're our treat. So I was like, yo, I'm hearing. He's like, I'm going with it. Novikov fire. I ain't trying to pay for that. So we went. I went Novikov, and you know when they expect you to come in and just be modest, like, what do you want? No, just some water.
Yeah.
I was like, so I'm gonna get that cocktail. I'm gonna get that. I want to get this. I'm gonna get that. And I just ran up bare food. But they're cool. They're Netflix. They got it like that. So I'm just yamming off the food, man. Like just yamming it off, but. I think I was yamming it so much they had to sneak the words. Wait, have you got anything that you feel like would be good for us? I was like, and I didn't know it was a pitch meeting.
Right.
I thought it was just get to know each other in general.
General.
But it wasn't a general. They wanted to know what I had.
And had Top Boy came out yet?
Top Boy was coming out in a month.
Okay.
Top Boy's coming out in a month.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm just yamming this food. And then they said, oh, what's this idea? Have you got an idea? I gave them my idea. They didn't like it. That's of course. Anything else? I said, okay. Gave some other idea. I can't even remember what that one was. They didn't like that. And I think they started to feel like this money or food was wasted right now because they wasn't getting nothing back. But they said, you got anything else? I said, okay, I'm not going to be able to eat in peace until I do something. So food, still digesting the food in my mouth now. And I'm just like, look, I've got this idea. It's about people from where I'm from and they got powers. You know, but they're not doing superhero stuff. They're doing normal stuff like what they would be doing the day before they had powers.
Right.
Just normal people doing normal things. And I'm rambling on because they're not saying nothing. Whereas before they was interrupting, saying what else, what happened. But I'm looking at them and it was like, cha-ching. It's like they saw that was the one.
Okay.
And that's kind of testament to them.
To them, right. They're
very sharp and what they know will connect. Was like, boom. Because I thought the other two ideas I was giving were good, but they didn't think so. But so yeah, from then on, and then it was like, can we talk about this now? I said, yo, my movie drops in like 3 weeks. I just want to see what that does first. Let me see what that does, and then
So my Blue Story.
Yeah, then holler at me afterwards, and they waited. They waited for the movie to come out, and then 2-3 weeks afterwards, they came back like, yo, we've circled the block now. Like, what's good? So
that's dope.
Yeah.
All right. Goddamn, make some noise for that. Well, our show is about giving people their flowers while they're alive, and we want to give you your flowers face to face, man to man.
Oh,
Hey, yo. And you know what? Hey, this is dope. And you know why? Yeah,
I was like, can I go and drink champs? Can I go and drink? And the reason was like, why drink champs? I said, other than the fact it's fire, it's a fire show, it's always uplifting the guest.
That's right. That's right.
It's celebratory.
It's not sneak sabotage.
Yes,
It's just like, clap, man. So I'm like, yeah. So big this up though. This is dope. This is going on my cabinet in my yard, like, yo.
So another thing we went through your music.
You lot went deep.
But your music is so fire, right? But I could also hear the Ice Cube in you, meaning writing scripts.
Yeah.
That's
where that's why Cube transitioned so dope, because he was always, today was a good day and all of that. So when he went on to do Friday, I wasn't shocked, because you can see a story. I see a natural storyteller is a natural storyteller. Like Cube can do it over a beat. He can do it in the script. And it's similar with me. I can do it over beat. I can do it in the script. When it's in you it's just a story. Right. So Q probably never had a chance to really tell his stories, probably because you've only got a certain amount of time on a song. That's why when he got into his writing bag, it was just like, crazy. He's giving us the classic of all classics. Right. And I just feel like natural storytellers, you just want to tell a bigger story. Then you want to tell a bigger story. Like, I'm surprised Cube ain't got a TV show yet. It's probably coming. But I'm a big Cube fan. Like, as I was all the storytellers of that generation. Like, so
yeah, I love that you claim the B-sides of people's records, like the records that no one does a video to.
But those were the illest ones for me. Like those were the ones that, like, obviously the label's putting out the songs that's gonna sell, but as a fan, I visualize what that character looks like. Bro, come on, give me the loot. What would that video have been, bro? And Biggie and a little Biggie going on these capers trying to rock, bro. I always imagine. I could redo that video now and have my video.
How about Nas gave you power about the gun?
Bro, no, but my favorite Nas storytelling song is Undying Love. You know when he goes the whole story, it's on I Am, and he ends up killing himself and his girlfriend at the end. Bro, that story goes so deep when he figures out she's cheating. Wow. So all of these stories, I just like, bro, give me one video.
Like Ice Cube Summer Vacation, I always said that would be an ill movie.
But they never do it. And I get it because you're trying to sell records, right? Right. But for me, I was just like, bro, I'm giving everybody, there must be someone out here like me who just wants to see visuals to these ill stories. So that was literally my lane. It wasn't trying to infiltrate film and TV. It was going to be, I'm going to tell people, show people in my neighborhood all these stories. Because I didn't know nobody out of my neighborhood.
Okay.
So I was known where I was from.
Okay.
But then it just started growing. You know what I'm saying?
God comes down and asks you, I want you to do one video with one artist.
Tupac.
Fat.
I ain't even have to ask. Dead or
Tupac,
alive.
bro.
See what I'm saying?
It'd be
See what I'm saying?
Tupac.
Okay,
Tupac for
okay.
me.
Now, is it a record that's already made, or is it a record that you want him to go in and make?
Teardrops and closed caskets that he done with the Outlaws.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know if you've done
Very
that.
specific.
Only real Tupac heads are gonna know that one, but that tune's deep. You know about Teardrops and closed casket. He talks about two friends who love the same girl, and they end up in a massive shootout and end up killing each other. And he done it with the Outlaws as well. But it's a big tune, man.
Right.
That's a big tune. I'll do it to that song.
Okay. I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right. Shiro's story? Shiro's story? Let's talk about that.
You know you've done that already, you know?
Oh,
You
no,
wanna
no.
go again?
No, yeah, let's go again then.
You wanna go again?
Yeah. We went
So
around.
I suppose what do you want me to say about it though? In the sense of where did it come from or what?
Yeah, because how do you come up with these stories? Because
yeah, there was two.
One thing I noticed is everything is named story. So
Yeah, the
so
first two were.
Okay.
And that was mainly because of, I don't know, just growing up, it was always just, I just wanted it to be clear that this is the story. I kind of always wanted to have what was on the tin. So it was like, this is the story song.
Okay.
But yeah, I just remember I was actually in the studio recording just a typical song. And then Link Up TV, which is a platform in the UK, you know, where people upload videos, pretty big platform, big up Rashid. They've called me up. I think he's one of his partners, Joey, called me up and says, yo, we're putting a compilation album together and we want a song from you. I'm like, right, they want a song from me? He goes, yeah, we want a story song. They always make it clear, because that's what they like from you. We want a story song from you. I'm like, what type of story song? I don't know. As long as it's a story song from you, we'll be happy with it. I remember thinking, okay, what story song do I need? Because I've done loads of story songs up to now. And there was two guys in my area, rumor was going around that two best friends were, and one of them found out that his daughter, his best friend, was actually the father. I remember like, yo, so what happened when he found out? Everyone's like, I don't know. Well, so what? So did he know that it was kids? No, no one had any questions. So see, when I've got questions, I just make up my answers in the story. So I was like, you know, I'm going to tell a story about two guys, similar situation, and I'm going to put my outcome of
filling
how I
in the
think
blanks.
Yeah, I fill in my own blanks. That's what a storyteller does. And it just went like that.
Okay.
So that's how it came about. But honestly, that thing there, that changed everything at the time where I was about to chuck it all in. So thank God for Shiro's story.
God damn it. God damn it. Make some noise for that. God damn it. We got quick time? Yes. I'm in.
You got it? So Quick Time with Slime sponsored by Stress Nuts.
Oh, shit, with the stress
forgetting
nuts
about the
at?
stress
Okay,
nuts.
hey, just in case
Shout
you get
out to the
stressed, you can
homies.
just, you know what I mean? We do this.
Fire.
So you gotta tell them
Yeah, I'm gonna tell them the rules.
Okay.
All right, so we drinking. So this is our drinking game.
Okay.
Yes.
We're gonna give you two choices. You pick one, nobody drinks. If you say both or neither of them, so the PC question or the political correct answer would be we all drink.
All right.
What are we drinking though?
We got
Your choice to drink.
Cool,
Your
cool,
choice to
cool,
drink,
cool,
and it's not going crazy. You don't have to go crazy.
Cool.
Because it's a long list. And then any stories you got with any of the people that we mentioned, please.
Okay.
By all means, you know.
I got a good Tata story.
Okay. Hold on. Yeah, you gonna go?
Yeah, you ready?
So we have Malibu. I can mix it with a little something. Just take it straight.
Nah, mix that with Coke. I'm a lightweight,
cool.
please. Before I'm over here getting crazy.
Yeah.
All right. Off rip. Tupac or DMX?
Oh, Tupac, but that's not an easy choice.
Okay. But you want to tell us why?
Or any stories with either of them?
Bro, do you know,
DMX, if any.
I loved DMX for like a long time in the sense of when I was in school, he was my favorite rapper. I used to, rap it. I used to go to talent shows and perform his songs.
Right.
And I just loved his whole music. I loved his whole style. I loved and he, they had the whole Damien out just stories.
Yeah, that shit.
I was a massive DMX fan. I loved it when the Rough Riders were brought in. Right. He was after Tupac, he was the person that kind of took me. Right. So it was just a shame I never got a chance to ever meet him or go to any of his concerts.
Right.
So, yeah.
So you go on Tupac.
But I have to go with Pac because Pac was the first journey where I believed in him, not just the music. You know, like he was political. I feel like he stood for something.
Right.
You know, like Brenda's Got a Baby was political at the same time, you know, things like that. He would talk about things trying to change the world, even changes.
Put himself at risk?
Yeah, put himself at risk. Like, if you listen to songs like Changes, like, we ain't ready to see a black president. And at the time, he probably wasn't. You know, but he was talking, I was a Tupac fan of the person as well as the artist. And not a lot of people, I don't feel like a lot of artists do that anymore, where I care about them outside of their music.
I'm sorry, because you just made me think of this. What is Brexit?
Bro,
you don't know what it is?
That's so random. I don't even want to sit here and give the wrong answer because I don't know what
That's kind of an easy way to explain it to layman's, I think.
I'm the layman.
I'm gonna let you say it. Honestly, I'm not even trying to get embarrassed because to this day we left it and I don't see what happened.
I don't know. Yeah, it's mixed
so we
up.
left the EU.
EU.
So we left the euro. So remember
the euro, the
euro.
Yeah, y'all got your own pound.
Yeah. No, we always had our own pound. We never was a part of the euro.
Okay.
But I think what it was coming to where we had to join.
Okay.
And whoever the powers that be decided no.
So you gotta join again.
The European Union.
Yeah, it's better. The UK is better separately. Right. And I don't know if it was or wasn't. You'd have to ask someone more into politics. Right. But we left the EU. So there was a point now where the British passport, I'm going to Spain, I'm going to Italy, everything was fine. Now it's a bit more of like, it's a separate rule.
It was like no borders almost.
Yeah, we was all one.
The European Union was like all one big thing.
There's certain trade deals that was happening with the UK and England that we came out of, but that's all above my pay grade. But I don't know to this day what the benefit was.
Yeah.
So that's a very random question you're giving me.
Right.
And I've explained it.
Right.
And that's as far as my
knowledge. Because it seems like it's gone back and forth.
Someone said it's looking like we might go back.
Yeah,
so I actually don't know, but I'm not big on the politics, you know, so I'm not even going to sit here and pretend.
That's why I didn't know what Brexit was.
That's crazy.
Like,
he thought it was brunch at Denny's.
That is the most random question.
Good try.
As many of y'all know, Drink Champs wants to give flowers while people are here to receive them. Giving flowers and celebrating our legends while they can still smell them. We have partnered with What the Flower to create this movement where everyone can give flowers to the legends in their lives. You can now order a custom flower box for the someone you want to show appreciation to by visiting www.wtflower.com and place your orders now.
That's hard as fuck.
Okay, NWA or Wu-Tang Clan?
Wu-Tang only. I became more of a lover for NWA when the movie came out. I knew of them before, but my older brother was big on Wu-Tang. So I was a massive Method Man fan. I love what RZA was doing. I love Ghost. Like all that I got is you by Ghostface was like my favorite song for like forever. So Wu-Tang to me was just like, they were everything.
Okay. Gigs or Skepta?
I like them both, but I gotta go with the homie Gigs, man.
Oh, you went with somebody. I thought you was gonna.
No. Okay. I love them both though, but Gigs is my guy, innit? And Gigs to me started that gangster shit in the UK. Him and S&1, like they got it cracking. Not to say there weren't people doing it before, but they made a shift where the UK gangster rap scene became prominent.
So you're saying Gigs is the godfather of drill music?
Not drill, nah. I feel like, I've said it before, but you see what NWA done for rap, gangster rap? That's what S&1 and Gigs done for UK rap. Yeah.
So where does SAS place in that?
SAS, oh shit, big up SAS.
Yeah.
SAS was old school, yeah.
They were the first guys I heard from the UK.
And they were signed to Rockefeller too.
Yeah, they were. They were dope. But I think, you know what it was, yeah? Not taking nothing away from them, but there was still an American twang in there. So even though they rapped in our accent, there was an American twang in there that it was like we could relate, but not as much as when we started fully rapping in our accent fully and talking about our areas.
Which is indicative of...
What do you mean when you say twang?
That they were emulating...
Oh, they were still... you're trying to say... Oh, okay, I get what you're saying.
But that's indicative of the era because that's what was happening in the US.
So yes, the
South was sounding like New York. That's what I've always said.
It's kind of like, you know, when French Montana kind of signed to the South.
You lost me there.
You know, remember he signed to Miss Debbie, Waka Flocka's mom. So... I don't know if he changed his style.
But what I'm thinking is from the era that they come from, New York is the mecca of hip hop.
Right.
So everyone is emulating the place where everything's coming from.
And they were dope. There was nothing to take away from them. They were super dope. But for example, when the next generation came through, we wasn't even trying to be nothing like the US.
Right.
We're coming out talking about our high streets,
Right.
our people, our clothing, things that you don't be like, what's that? What's cracking jacks? It didn't matter because it was just for us.
Right.
And that's when things start changing, where you start bigging up your friends in your song. So you don't know, you don't know my friend Rem, but I'm rapping in the song, me and Rem walk down the high, and it's like, who's Rem? We didn't care because it wasn't for you. It was for if you know me and you know my boy Rem, this is what it is. And I feel like that's what the gigs and SN1 era started. That's what they began. And so that's why. But SSA was dope.
Right.
As I said, I feel like a lot of people have to walk before someone can run. But the big changes, I'm just talking about the changes where the scene really became its own was when people like Gigs and that came through.
Right.
Another random question. Why do y'all call y'all sneakers trainers?
Why do you call your trainers sneakers?
Oh,
I mean, like,
what came first, the sneaker or the trainer?
There you go, bro. Like, for me, it's like,
you know what?
I don't understand the sneakers part. At least with trainers, we could train in them. We could go to the gym in them. Tell me now, what sneakers? You sneaking up on somebody in them? Like,
never saw that.
I say there you go, bro.
The noise
There you go.
I never knew why
sneakers is
they
a
call
old
it
school
sneakers.
term. That's way before
Sneakers is
hip hop. You know
what, Jimmy? Can I get a regular drink too?
I need my answer though, man.
Google
it. There you go.
Answer us.
That's what I'm saying.
Google what sneakers mean. Yeah, because that he fucked me up. He said he just threw it back on me. Okay, the harder they fall, or the Book of Clarence.
Oh,
take a drink.
Nah, bro. I'm not a fence sitter, you know. I'm gonna go with the Harder They Fall.
Okay, well,
I love them both, but I'm like Harder They Fall. And I'm a big believer in, like, I'm a big on God.
Yeah.
So I love the music.
One is God and one is like Western film.
You see when you see that opening scene of Harder They Fall when everyone starts getting smoked.
Right.
That just took me, bro. I was like, this is crazy, bro. So that to me, that's my movie.
Black Cowboys was out here.
Yeah, that was fire.
So what is it?
Originally referred to how quiet the rubber soles were on the ground, in contrast to the noisy part of the soul pressure.
Okay, well there you go. We learn something new every day.
All right, cool.
And King Tut, right? Drink
champs, getting not just entertainment, education.
And King Tut had COVID. Wait, what was it? No, what was it?
It was
sickle cell. Okay, my bad. Okay, I'm bugging.
Central C or Digga D?
Digga D. I think Central C's doing amazing things. I'm a big fan of what he's achieved. But Digga D's my guy, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm very much Digga's in my show. That's my cast member. My cast is like my kids. So yeah, big up Digga. But I love them. I think they're both great.
All right. New Jack City or King of New York?
New Jack City. New Jack City to me was you reference it. Like, I'm writing a movie right now and I'm using New Jack City as a big reference because see way Wesley played Nino Brown.
Right.
It was just a game changer. He's coming into the club and he's dancing, but then he's killing you. Like, he wasn't, you know, the whole gangster thing, you have to be cool and you have to be, Nino Brown was that guy. So yeah, New Jack City for me.
Right. Okay.
Top Boy or Shatas?
Top Boy.
I like your Londonness.
Yeah.
That's how you do it, Boris.
Top Boy, yeah.
Like this, not like that. Like,
what did he do?
No, he be like this, like like that. Can't, because I don't know how to pronounce these names.
Idris Elba or Damson Idris?
They're both my guys. But let's go with the originator who started it first, and that's got to be Idris.
Yes.
I mean, yeah. But that's my boy. You know what I mean?
Let me just tell you something. When he got done doing The Wire, and I heard him talk, I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I know. We didn't even know he was. I can't talk for everybody.
Okay.
But a lot of people that I know didn't know Idris Elba was British. When we watched The Wire, we did not know that was a British man.
Right.
We did not know. So
he was from Baltimore in my mind.
And he was like my favorite character. So when we found out that he was British, he was like, I just don't think there would be a Damson Idris that you would take seriously if it wasn't for Idris Elba.
I respect that.
You know what I'm saying? And Damson will probably tell you the same. We all look up to Idris as the big homie because of what he done for us.
But I'm gonna tell you something. It was like he held that accent until the wire was over, and then once the wire was over, he was like, "I ain't fooled you."
Yeah, it's like I don't think you probably didn't even do a lot of pressing it. Like, yeah. So
and let's be honest, I don't think we do it good going that way. I think only the British actors can do it good.
But I heard him say,
"It's coming, man.
I heard him say,
"It's coming.
It's changing.
Yeah.
It is changing."
I kid you not. I kid you not. E, when you go home tonight, you're gonna watch this. And you're gonna run around, hey, bro! I'm telling you.
When I was watching Top Boy, I
heard him saying it. I heard him saying it. He said, it starts out as a joke, and then you start doing it.
That's the way everything starts.
And that's how it starts. And I'm telling you,
because you're saying it.
As long as shows like this keep on coming, that you all keep on enjoying and keep on watching, 5 to 10 years, the actors from the US will be taking the UK jobs. Right. There's already a movie called Empire of Light out now, and it stars my friend Michael Ward in it. There's the girl that plays his girlfriend. She sounds as British as me. Right. Come to find out, she's as American as you guys. Right. So it's starting to happen.
Right.
It's starting to happen. You know. So
you think it's more? It's like a lack of it.
Yeah.
Influencing us.
You haven't heard enough of us. You still think we talk like we're in Downton Abbey. But when you start watching Top Boy and Supercell and all of these other shows, you'll start realizing, wait a minute, I can replicate that voice a bit more, and you can see the slang. So you just haven't seen enough.
It's normalized for us.
We've been watching you guys. Remember listening to your music so we hear your voice. Watching your TV shows and your movies, all we've been hearing is your voice in our ears or visually in our face since we've been born.
But that's
we can do it.
That makes sense.
That's what makes this so dope. It's like what I was saying in the intro is like, hip hop went from, East Coast to the South, not in this particular order, West Coast, and then it went across the pond. And this series complements the music that you guys are doing, and it complements the whole scene. On one hand, it makes everyone say, I want to go to London. And then another hand, it's like, I got to be careful when I get there. because shit is real. It's like, you thought you was going to see Sherlock Holmes.
Hey, man.
Not in South London, bro. Not there.
There's a dude named Sherlock McCombs. You know what I'm saying? So it's great. It's great. All right, come on, let's move on a little bit. Okay. Jay-Z or Nasty Nas?
Oh, man. Okay, are we talking now or are we talking before?
You might as well take a shot. When you start answering like that, you might as well. When you start answering that,
I'll take a shot on that because that to me, that's a tough one. That's a tough one.
Okay.
But I got mad love. I've never met Nas.
Okay.
Big fan, massive fan. Hopefully one day I'll meet him. Jay-Z's Jay, man. That's like my guy, man. I got mad love for him. He's nothing but positive anytime I run into him.
Yes.
He's had me in his home, so Jay-Z's Jay-Z, man. Jay-Z, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, and he got your back, man. You know what I mean? Me just understanding how they operate, how they move. Like, for me to get a call, you know what I mean? And like, I was just like, they got your back, bro.
Oh, yeah, they called you. Yeah.
No, they got your back. What I'm trying to say is, they got your back, and that's dope. I mean, you know what? To see Rockefeller unfold and keep continuing. I mean, Rock Nation, excuse me, because I was a part of Violator Management.
I remember back in the day,
legendary thing. And then after Violator disappeared, there was nothing to compliment that. And an artist such as yourself, sometimes you don't want to say, I'm the illest guy in the room. Sometimes you want somebody else to say that for you. You know what I'm saying? It makes you look even iller. And especially when that guy is supposed to be for lack of a better term, the top dog, not the top boy, but the top dog. That shit just, it makes that room easier for you to navigate in.
It does.
You know what I'm saying? So I congratulate you, my brother.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
I congratulate and your relationships, because that's a very good relationship to have.
Yeah, they're my people, man. Yes. They're my people, so yeah.
Yeah, you want to do the next one?
Why, you can't do it?
I can't pronounce their last name.
Jason Statham or Daniel?
Yeah.
Or Daniel Craig?
Statham. Jason Statham.
Statham is okay.
Jadakiss or Big Daddy Kane?
Jadakiss.
Okay.
Jada was my guy growing up.
Rockefeller or Rough Riders? You can take a drink.
Let me drink. Let me drink on that.
Hey, you want the next one?
Where we at? Tom Hardy or Daniel Day-Lewis?
Daniel Day-Lewis.
Snowfall or Power?
Snowfall.
Because of Damson.
Nah, not even Damson. Yeah, you can't separate them. Damson's bodies.
Snowfall was ill.
Damson bodied it. But Snowfall was actually very, very well written.
It was.
It was very well written. Like, and Damson
I think there was a bad season they had.
Their first season, it grew into what it was, and there was. But the last 2 seasons,
it was dope.
It was
dope.
Like you start watching it, knowing that you know Damson. You're just watching it like, I just need to know what's gonna happen here, man. Like, so.
All right. So hopefully you don't do me like my friend John Singleton did me. I said to him one time.
R.I.P. John Singleton, man. He was a big inspiration to my journey as well.
Yeah, he lived down the block from me before he passed away.
Sick.
And so we had him on Drink Champs.
Yeah.
And I used to just fuck with him all the time, knowing that he wouldn't give me this role. And I would be like, yo, you gotta put me on Snowfall. And he would look at me and say, you will never be on Snowfall. Your New York accent is too fucked up. He said you could never play a West Coast guy. And I'm like, damn, bro.
But he could have made someone from New York come in.
There's always a way. That's what I was about to say, you know, and Supacell too, you know.
I mean,
he said, you just said that come from New York.
If we bring it to New York, or New York brings it to
Miami, New York dude moves to Brixton and shit. You know what I'm saying?
That happens more common than New York would think.
Yeah.
Ties in London.
Right.
You know, he was a New Yorker. He sounds just like, so it happens. You know?
Like, because, remember The Wire, they had nobody, and then second season, they had Fred's role, they had such and such.
Yeah.
So let's think of rappers you think will fit in second season. I say Busta Rhymes.
How? Oh, and then if we take it to the States?
No. Busta Rhymes, him play a Don Dada.
Okay, yeah, I can see Busta playing a rap.
He got the patois.
Busta could play that. I would make him a villain.
Yes,
be a villain.
And I'm gonna tell you what else you got down pat. That was like so unique to the like the island people that get together. You know what you was doing in the sound effects?
Well, that's just our culture, man. That's just
when you hear man, he's disrespectful. he is not a nice person when they talk.
That's the part. That's just how we talk and how we are. So you have to bring that in.
That's hilarious. Go ahead, give the next one. E. I'll take it.
Boys in the Hood or Menace to Society?
Oh man.
Drink? Let me get my shot.
When I was younger, it was Menace because I just was on the.
You saw that first?
No, I saw them. I think I saw Boys in the Hood first. But
that's the first one that came out, right?
When I was younger, I wasn't here for politics and the lessons. I just want to see the smoke.
Gotcha.
So Menace to Society to me was the illest movie in
definitely
history.
had the smoke.
But then when I got older and I watched Boys in the Hood, I'm there with Lawrence Fishburne. I'm hearing his knowledge, and I'm respecting what he's doing, and I respect the layers in the movie.
Right.
So a younger Menace, bring you older. So if I had to choose now, so if you,
right.
I'm just gonna have to drink, bro.
Just drink, okay.
I'm just gonna drink.
Yeah.
That's just like, but yeah.
And I'm bouncing around a little bit, but why we didn't have a Dr. Umar character in Supacell?
When you say a Dr. Umar character, what would you want him to be doing?
Like I wanted him to come down and say, brothers, you gotta control your powers.
Look, God willing, there's other seasons. We might be able to elevate for that. At this point, we didn't have a chance, but you never know.
He's become your consultant right now.
That's what I'm saying.
Your creative consultant.
Right now with him, we've got Busta Rhymes and Dr. Umar season 2. This is a whole different show.
When you leave here, you're gonna have a PDF sent to you.
I'm saying.
No, by the way, and I'm not saying this because he's here. By the way, there's no way to make this show even better. It's just the show is actually. I actually looked at it. Sometimes, like how I listen to a person's album before they come here, and I want to critique them. I want to say, wow, this, and that. The show is and it's crazy because it starts off slow.
It does. Everyone says that, but you know, I don't mind slow burners for me as long as you're giving me information.
Right.
But you see a lot of the black community, they're not here for that. They're just like, man, this thing's slower. Man, this is your. I'm just like, bro, just give it a minute. So I'm reading these comments on Twitter. They don't see me. They're like, man, You're hyping the shit out of this Supacell shit, man. This shit slow. I'm just like, yo. And it's the Americans back then. This shit slow as fuck. I was like, bro, give it a chance.
Yeah, you got
But you know, it is, that's my way of storytelling. Like, I think it's worse if an episode starts off fire. Episode 2 fire, then it goes lower. Then you ruin.
Because you set the tone and then you got to keep it there.
Exactly. So we start. It's a staircase. So you're gonna watch one and think, "No, was N.O.R.E talking that talk?" Then you're gonna get to the second. Goes, okay. Then the time you get to 6, you're just thinking, "Oh my, what did I just go through?" You feel like you went through a journey. So
you know what's the crazy thing? I bet you those people that was complaining is people who have never been in London because you were showing the area. I think that's what it was. It was establishment like.
We was establishing the characters that you have to do in any pilot episode of a show, but we wanted to show London in this how it is, you know, because that was a real reflection of what South London's like, and then South London hasn't been on screen like that. So we have to take our time with it.
Right. I thought that was so dope. Go ahead, you want the next one?
LA or Miami?
LA.
Directing or rhyming?
Directing.
I knew he was gonna pick that.
Pharrell or Kanye?
Kanye.
Podcast or radio?
You know
Be
what?
honest.
I don't actually listen to. I don't watch podcasts unless. I know, but
No, it's cool.
you have to have. I don't
can
like
pick whatever you want.
So
It's
see, when
okay.
I know who the guest is, that's when I'm tuning in. But remember, in my line of work, I need something coming in the background. This is a visual podcast. You can't get the full entertainment unless you're watching it. So it's like so I can't do it because I'm always writing. So I would say radio because I can have it in the background and I can still get to work.
Right. Okay. Michael B. Jordan or Jonathan Majors?
Michael B.
Okay. Scarface or Ice Cube?
Ice Cube.
Slick Rick or Biggie Smalls?
Biggie Smalls. Big up Slick Rick though. He put London on.
Yeah.
He put London on differently, like crazy. He was like the first.
Right.
And shout out Moni Love, our home.
And he was a storyteller too.
Yeah. He was cold.
He might. Your storyteller might from a long line.
Yeah, he might have been inspired from him, but Biggie as a storyteller, to me, as an actual rapper, if rapping was an Olympic sport, just on the rapping, I think Biggie's the best, me personally.
Like still to this day, people don't know who Biggie was talking about on A Story to Tell.
Shit back about story to tell.
I've heard all kinds of people that
all types of dicks.
Yeah.
But I think, then you just think it was just general.
I think it was just general, but you know what? I like the mystique of the rumor.
Because when I saw his mum do interviews, she was saying that we didn't live in a one-bed shack. We didn't do this. So maybe it was
she did have cancer.
No, that's not the cancer, but when Biggie said...
No, but I'm saying, because I heard maybe...
so you're thinking that maybe she wasn't... I don't know. But she made it out like a lot of the stuff was Biggie just rhyming, so who knows?
It was him just rhyming. You know? All right, this is... No, I won't even say that. The last one for this, and then we get back into the interview. Loyalty or respect?
Loyalty.
Okay.
Like, I feel like if someone's with you and they're there for you, it don't even matter if that person don't respect you, because that person, that's loyalty does, isn't it? It's all about who the loyalty comes from and who the respect comes from. I don't need respect from people I don't care about, but the people I want loyal are the people that respect comes as part of the package.
I respect that.
Take a shot to that.
I'm gonna take a shot to that. Hey, I'm gonna take a shot to you.
Yeah, you gotta take a shot. Yeah, I don't need to do that.
Now, this is me being generic. Thank you. You wouldn't take a job just based on the money. The character and the...
No, 100%. It can't just be the money, because the money's gonna come if you're doing great. I feel like greatness comes with money, innit? So I'm trying to be great. Okay. So I know when I reach my pinnacle, all the money that I always want, I will get.
Okay.
But you do something that's whack, that could be your last money. Right. You know what I'm saying? That might be your last, so I'm here for the long run. And I think people always think short term. Okay. Whereas I want a long career, making for a long time. So for me to do that, every project has to make you want to see more. Okay.
So let's break down some London slang right now. First, my favorite, bruv.
Bruv, but do you call bruv slang? To me, that's just the same like saying bro.
That's what it is.
No, it's slang to us though, because you put a V at the end.
Yeah. Right. Do I even say bruv? Bro. I'm not saying bro.
It's the same as bro.
Do you say bruv?
Yeah.
I don't even say that though. I'm like, I'm more like bro.
In the series, it was
but let's think about it. If bro's short for brother, what would bruv Brother?
Brother, yeah.
Is that the way someone's saying
people
it?
do say bruv. I don't say bruv, but we say, yeah, bruv.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what that means.
Yeah.
I know this, but I'm going to ask anyway for the audience. Wagwan.
Wagwan's like, what's good, man?
Yeah, what's going on?
Yo, what's good, man? What's going on? Like, what's
Okay.
good? What's going on?
All right.
But that's not London.
Yeah. That's more.
That's Jamaican. That's patois.
Hey, London done took it. London done took it.
I mean, wherever there's
London
Islanders done took it.
You go to any Caribbean island, you get greeted the same way, though.
All right, and then, but this is another one. It's going to sound Jamaican too. You don't know.
Come on, man.
You don't know. You said it. But I don't even think, did we say you don't know? Look, you don't know.
I don't know. I don't know.
You don't know is you don't know, but I don't even know. I don't think you've heard one you don't know for the whole Supacell. Don't lie, you ain't heard that. Is you don't know the Supacell? No way. I can't. My cast, yeah.
Damn, I don't know.
My cast, a lot of them are young. They won't even say a slang word if it doesn't make sense. So there's no way you don't know's in
I
there.
might not hear it, ain't it?
Nah.
Ain't it?
Ain't it?
That's definitely.
That's how we talk.
Okay, now what the fuck does ain't it mean? Because I'll be like,
ain't it? Like,
Ain't it? Like,
holy shit, man.
Like, it's cold outside today, ain't it? Like, yo, it's hot, ain't it?
Yeah, like, isn't it?
Isn't it?
Like, ain't it? Like, ain't it? Ain't it?
Oh my.
Ain't it right?
So that's mad that you didn't know what that meant, but that's what it means.
Yeah.
Ain't it? You know,
Okay.
Like, it's mad today, ain't it? Like, this is crazy. I'm on gym chat. Like, it's
Okay.
mad, ain't it? Like, that's what it means. So,
if I land and I'm going to South London, which words that you recommend that I know?
Words.
Like something,
English, bro.
I don't think it's gonna fare well if you try to use words that they know you're not from.
Yeah, you try to go and say one word in your accent and you sound, but you just get called out straight away. Like, bro, where you from, bro?
Yes.
Like, where you from? Just like, the speak how you like.
Super Thug is acting
As
wild right now.
as long as you just speak with English, bro, you'll be okay.
Okay, so don't try to.
It ain't the worst things, and you just just talk. Yeah, you can talk normal.
Yeah, because you know.
You don't know.
You don't know. You know how people come around with the Jamaican belts on and they be trying to be other than they are. Like, don't do that.
Nah, just be normal, man. London's good, man.
Okay. So, and who do you think runs the majority? Is it Nigerians? Is it Jamaicans? Is it?
Like, the most black people are in London, and I would say it's definitely a strong mix. It depends on the area. Like, Peckham used to be a lot more Africans.
Okay.
Lewishams was a bit more Jamaicans. Brixton was, I would say, more Caribbean. Brixton, innit? Yeah, definitely Brixton was more Caribbean.
Is it all still based off of where the colonies were? Like colonialism? I can
only speak for my parents. They came over many, many years ago thinking, London's a safe place. And we went to a place near Peckham called Wharf Road. Like,
from Nigeria?
Yeah, my parents came. So they came down there. But it's kind of just where you can get a place, bro. Like, my parents would get to the council. If they would have told her, listen, we've got a place for you and it's in North London, they would have went North London. It's kind of just wherever you can get housed, because housing them days, it was, it's wherever the council puts you, you go. The council could have put us anywhere and that's where we would have repped.
Is this still so expensive in London?
Oh,
I
man,
mean, my first time in London, I gave the guy $1,000 and he gave me back $475.
Bro, what was you buying? You must have...
No, I'm talking about to exchange the money at the hotel.
Yeah,
at the hotel, so I was exchanging the money, and I was like, I gave him $1,000, he gave me $475. I was like, I'm not the smartest person in the world, but I thought like,
you see when I used to go to
1,000 gets you 1,000. He was like, no,
I used to go to the States back in the day.
That
2005, 2006, 2007. I used to come to that New York and just to come out to just party and stuff like that. I would give over 1,000 and get 2,000 and something back.
Wow.
So that used to be the good. That's why we used to come over here, because our money was double.
Not now,
bro.
Not now. It's very
London
close.
is the most expensive place ever.
Wow.
Like, I don't think LA is as expensive as London. Like, when I go to London, when I'm in London, I always just think, am I in the right place, bro? Because this place is a rip-off. So London is a rip-off, but it's just how it is, isn't it?
With that being said, New York real estate being skyrocketed, it costs more to film movies.
Yeah.
LA, with it being a movie capital,
there's tax incentives.
Is it more expensive to film in London?
I know that they've got new tax incentives now. I think other places have better tax incentives, but London is becoming a massive film hub. Like the biggest movies that you're seeing now are getting shot in London. So I'm assuming there must be some sort of incentive that's making it work, because a lot of movies are going to London. Like when we was filming Supacell, we was trying to get certain studio spaces, and they said, no, Disney have got it booked up for this amount of time, or no, they've got it for this amount of time. So everything is just taken. So it's massive in London now, the film.
Let me ask you about the tax incentives to get clarity on it, because who gets that money back? Is it the production, like you yourself? Like who gets the money back when it's the tax incentive?
The production company and the network. So the network will get it back. So
part of like recouping already the budget.
Yeah, for sure. So exactly that. So so when it goes to the budget, that always goes into play. It's kind of like, okay, we've got 20 M to shoot. But if we shoot it here in London, we've got 25. If you shoot it over there in Atlanta, you got 35. So because you know what you're getting back, kind of thing. So yeah, it helps. That's why filmmaking, it's a big business now. Like a lot of countries are trying to get their tax incentives involved so people can come and film in places, because it's always been big business. But now with that, the countries are like, okay, we need to get our version in place now, because it is making a difference. So someone like me, if I want to film somewhere and I'm trying to get the most for my budget, I'm looking for the place that has got the biggest tax incentive so I can shoot there and get more on the screen.
And they want it because it's bringing money into their economy.
Exactly, yeah, so it's a win-win.
So with shows like Top Boy and Supercell, we got to kind of see the real London, right?
Well, yeah, I wouldn't say the other versions weren't real, but this is that side of London.
Yeah, this is that side of London, right? And we're getting to see that, and along with the music, right? But I remember me trying out what Paid in Full. And at one point, I don't know if it was...
Which character?
Well, I did it. I was the guy who put out the razors and...
Oh, yeah. That's a song.
Right? But I remember at one point, because I had actually went out for Rico.
That's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking. Did you go out for cameras?
Yeah, I was too fat at that time. They didn't give it to me. They gave it to Cameron, rightfully so. He deserved it.
Killed that, man.
But I remember at one point, them actually going to Canada and them filming outskirts because they couldn't make old school New York, right? So, but New York, we have 15 million movies, so a lot of people didn't understand that sometimes when you look at Paid in Full, when they playing the ball and the projects look mad old, that's not even New York. That's Canada, you know what I mean?
Movie magic, bro.
Movie magic, but with you now introducing the real part of London, or like you said, that side of London, you know what I mean? If a movie company came to you and said, yo, I want you to film London Bridge is going down, but I want you to film it in Poland.
Or in a soundstage.
If I can make it look like London.
Okay.
If I can make it look like London, I don't, if I'm telling them, look, are you going to give me green screen to do it? Are you going to give me some sort of CGI budget? Or how am I going to make this look like London? If they give me that, I'll do that. Like a lot of the stuff,
backlots.
I don't know if you remember the beginning of the end of the first episode when you see them in the future.
Yes.
And you see like the Piccadilly and all the screens. It's kind of like our version of Times Square. All of that is green screen. We wanted Piccadilly, but we couldn't get it. So I
did not tell.
Yeah. So it's all green screen.
Green screen is crazy now.
Green screen's crazy now. So like most of the stuff you're watching is probably not actually it, to be honest. So I wouldn't. Yeah, it's crazy. I wouldn't hold on to that for anything you're watching.
Really?
Nah. You don't need. It doesn't make sense. It's cheaper elsewhere. You can put green screen on and just put New York in the backdrop.
And they got screens that are like stacked.
Bro, my thing was 30-foot tall, 360 wide. So we was in a green light.
Yeah, they could do a 360 shot and it's all
30-foot tall.
around.
So everything on that 30-foot is whatever we want that to be. I could make it look like this whole building if you wanted to. So I wouldn't be worried about
it's wild, man.
I'm glad he told me, because I would have bet if somebody came to me and been like, yo, Supercell has some green screen in there, I would be like, no, it wasn't. I would have bet. I would have lost.
Nah, that's movies now, man.
I ain't gonna lie, I couldn't tell none of that.
No.
So you did a great job.
Yeah, and you'll be surprised the films that you are watching that you think is set here and set there, but it's really just green screen.
What's the difference between green and green screen?
There's not really much of a difference, So it's honestly, I asked the same question to my SFX guy and they were just like, one's just older and one's just newer, but they both do the same thing. You can put them both on the screen, but green screen is kind of the old school, and it's sometimes
like
you can get blue screen, but they do the same thing.
The people behind the camera, right? The fact that you have an all-black cast, does that affect who you hire up that's behind the camera?
I wanted this show to be the the benchmark for a majority black production. So it wasn't just in front. Like all of our heads of departments were black. Like the person that shot it, the head of costume, the head of makeup. We got a lot of black HODs, and we looked for all the people in film and TV that was at that level that could get in there, because I don't think it's good enough just to have everyone in front of the camera be black and then the representation behind still all be non-black. So we went out the way, and Netflix was cool with that. They knew, good thing with all the wearing and me eating their free food, they knew what I wanted to do.
They knew you were going to spend the budget.
If you're going to come out and feed me, and if you're going to they're basically wooing me, you know, they were courting me. So if you're going to court me, don't court me, and then when you get me, don't treat me like you don't want me. Let me do what I do, innit? So I literally done everything I wanted to do. And I was like, yo, every time there'll be pushback, I'm like, yo, you just came to me.
Right.
So like, okay, yeah, go on then. Let's just, yeah, like, cool. So let me run with it. So that's why I feel like in life, it is good to earn your position rather than chasing it. 'Cause when you chase it, you're going to have to be working at their pace. But when they come to you, you'll work at your own pace. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know if you could answer this, but if you can, being that obviously they funded the whole production, right? And it's your creative. You wrote everything. Everything is you. You directed it. How is it in perpetuity?
I don't own that.
You don't?
I own 0% of
And how can
Supacell.
that change moving forward?
If one day Netflix wake up and say, you know what, we're giving shows to people. Do you want your show that you created and written? And that's not going to happen. So it doesn't change with Netflix. But that's just Netflix's model.
Right.
I'm not here to complain about it. I knew what I was walking into. Like, people have walked away from deals. Like, you would see, do you know Michaela Cole, who done I May Destroy You? There's a show called I May Destroy You from a British writer. It won loads of film awards, and that. It was a big show. And so it says that it was written that she turned down a big paycheck because she didn't want to go there because she couldn't own anything. And I admire her for that. That was her second TV show. So she probably saw what it was like on her first TV show and probably told herself, second time around, I'm not doing that. And she walked away from the deal, and then the show became a massive success where it went anyway. I wasn't walking away from the deal because that was my first TV show. And I was like,
an opening for you.
I'll take this money, and if you don't keep that one, that's fine. I'll make another one, you know? I wasn't worried about that. Like, cool, use it on Supacell. I know enough to know without me, the show probably wouldn't be the same, so it's cool. But in general, even if that show is theirs, I can make another show. And now I know how it goes. Now it goes next time round, I'm going to be trying to go into my ownership bag with it, you know? Yeah.
Now, are we trying to stick with series, or are we going to go into the feature films?
Yeah, no, I'm going into movies. Bro, I fell into TV by accident. When I was writing Supacell, it wasn't meant to be TV. But I'm at 200 pages, I'm like, yeah, this ain't
needs more time.
Yeah, this ain't begun now. I didn't want to do TV. I wasn't, it just felt like, for me to go down as one of the greats, when you think of all the great filmmakers, you're not thinking of no TV shows. Like, you mentioned, like, who's your favorite filmmaker? If you've got any director, who's your favorite filmmaker?
Oh, man, that's a good one.
You could just be anybody. Who's one of your favorites? It doesn't even have to be your best.
Larry David.
Or Scorsese.
What TV show did Larry David do?
Oh,
Curb Your Enthusiasm.
So you're one off. That's very off. But more
you said TV specific? You said TV?
Yeah, specific.
Oh, TV, I can't even think of.
I
can't think of TV.
No, it's just different, bro. You guys are doing
So you meant to direct. Okay.
Most man are...
Yeah, I can't think TV.
Most man are not.
Right.
Because you don't even know who the directors of TV are.
Right.
You know that you like this show,
Right.
but you don't know who created it, because it's not even the director. A show, what makes a TV show is not the director. They add to it. They're very vital, but it's the person that creates it.
Right.
The person that had the idea for Game of Thrones, for The Wire, for Breaking Bad.
Sometimes they got multiple directors on episodes.
Yeah.
Right.
I think I directed 3, and I had another director do 3.
I love how everything it says written and created by Rapman.
It needed to be clear.
Yeah.
So, you know, it needed to be clear still, because I didn't come in for TV. But if you're watching this TV, this ain't going to be that TV where I don't know who was writing Sopranos, who was directing it. No. You're going to think Superstar and you're going to think Rapman. So now when I'm trying to go do a movie, that's my currency now. Right. So, but I'm trying to do movies more. I've got seasons of Supercell in my head, and I've got another TV show I want to do.
Right.
But I really want to go back to movies. And that's mainly because I wouldn't have fact it comes with that prestige. I just love watching my work with a live audience.
Right.
So the best you get to that, you get the premieres, but then you have to go on Twitter and see what people are saying. I want to sit in a room with you and hear you laugh at the joke. I want to see you cry at the emotion, and you just don't get that with TV, man. And that's why I want to go back and do some movies, but I still want my show to be going.
For you to get that titling,
Oh, you go on Twitter?
yeah,
You,
I mean,
you like the negative energy on Twitter? Me too. This guy
loves the negative energy.
You know what it is? I try so hard not to, bro. But yeah, I did say rough. There you go. So I actually do say it. You know what it is? You never know. But I actually do say it. I try so hard not to, but you know, you just want to know what the people are saying.
Sometimes
So you feel Twitter's the best place for that?
100%. If you want to know what people think about Drink Champs,
Yes.
Oh no, we go. We see it all the time.
yeah, but and you know, and why it's deep though, like it makes you think, are you damaged? Because I will read 1,000 positive messages telling me how great the show is. What ruins your day? Oh my god, bro! It's
One
with
negative
me.
message is
It's
effective.
with me all day.
Yeah.
It's like that person's in your ear telling you that.
And then you want to hit him back. Meanwhile, everyone else is saying, yo, your shit is great.
You're the best.
And you know,
Why do we care about the negative when we're seeing
know.
so much love?
That shows you the power of negativity, man. That's
you
crazy.
know what I heard? You know what I heard? And it's crazy. They said real artists love to be abused.
I don't love to be abused.
I don't love to be abused, but I recognize I recognize when I'm in that area.
No, real artists
You know
are
what I mean?
sensitive, and the ego is a
I
sensitive
agree with
thing.
that. I do get sensitive with negativity. Because I just think there's ways to say it. Like, if I didn't like something, I don't need to put it down. I can just tell you what I did like.
Right.
There's ways. So I do get sensitive with it, but I need to stop doing it. I don't think it's healthy, man. I don't think it's healthy to go on there. So
Especially when there's trolls on there that they're not even really real people.
And you know
out there
when
doing that.
everybody loves something, there's people out there that their job is to go against it.
Yep.
You know, so then you see the negative and you start thinking, oh man, like, it's deep. So I need to start doing that though.
Yeah, you could post a picture of a baby. Everybody be like, she's so cute. And some nigga named Hacksaw Jim 34 is like, fuck that baby.
Yeah.
You like,
And then it's
you
just
like,
like,
who the fuck's this fucking
I just
baby?
think that's human. I just think that's human nature for you,
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
I think some of us, like, I think that's their only time they get attention on the day. I think that's the only time they shine. The only time they're looked at outside of their regular job, where they feel like if they get that top comment on the blog page or that top comment on loads of likes on their Twitter page, that's their win.
Yeah, social media, not in real life, but in social media, kind of made everybody on the same level.
It's crazy to me.
Because you read the message. Once you read the message, you're in their world.
Yeah.
But there's also AI bots that just troll.
What, does AI bots that troll now?
On Twitter especially.
So, don't somebody have to set the bots onto them?
Someone's an asshole enough that's a tech guy, says, okay, I'm a dick and I just want to be a dick to the world.
Bro, that's
and they
nuts.
find keywords to go and tweet back to you just to troll.
Thank you.
That's crazy. That's crazy. I never engage in it though, so I'll just leave it. But it is what it is.
All right.
No, but I wanted to ask you, how much did you have to fight for your titling?
Nah, not at all, you know. Not at all. I can't even really talk bad on Netflix because see when you watch the show today, but everything you love about it, I can put my hands up and say that's me.
Right.
Everything you thought, nah, it's not that. I have to put my hands up and say, bro, that was me.
Right.
Because they let me run. And I think it was only because, as I said, they pursued me. And my vision for it was so clear. And we're talking about a world that they're not familiar with. Like, that South London world is very specific. So
They couldn't even criticize you.
it was hard to say. And I'm like, no, that's what they would say. That's what they would do. So they kind of let me just go with it, man. But the titling, I remember there was the titling, created by and written by are usually on the same cards. You know, like, and if you got created and written by on the first episode, you don't need to have it everywhere else. So I remember one time, one of the team, I'm not going to say who it was like, you know, Raps, you know, you've got it on the front card, so you don't really need it on the next two cards. I was like, I know. So shall we take off? I said, no. I said, I know, I'm not taking off. I wanted it to be every card that you could get.
I respect that.
Separate, written by, directed by, created by, separate, just so you know. And you know who I saw do it like a G? Shonda Rhimes on Queen Charlotte. She got a Bridgerton show.
Damn, I didn't
And she produces the Bridgertons, but she don't write them. But she wrote this particular one, this spin-off, yeah, which
I
is
would have bet you was the first person to do that too. I would have lost 2 bets today.
I would have done it anyway.
Yeah.
But I
You
saw
the
her
first
do
person
it.
I saw do it.
Yeah, because this show was probably wasn't your thing to watch, but I watched it because I watch everything.
Right.
But I saw written by Shonda Rhimes,
Right.
created by
Created
Shonda
by-
Rhimes, produced. I was like, okay, I see what you're doing, Shonda.
Right.
Netflix.
Right,
this is what we're doing now.
right.
So, but I like that. I think it's like, why not? If you done it, it's not like I lied. They were all the roles I played. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, by all means.
And you in one scene in the movie in the series.
I done my little Stanley a cameo, which wasn't mine. I originally wasn't on it, but my director that directed that episode was really pushing on it. I said, you know what?
It's in the club, right?
Yeah.
When he disappears and he comes back, and you're like, I think you said bruv right there.
I might have said bro.
Where did he come from, bro?
I think you see that. I said, bro, did you see that? Yeah. That was like a little homage to Stan Lee, because you know in Marvel movies Stan Lee always.
Yeah.
So that was like my little homage to it, and I thought that was pretty cool. It wasn't my idea.
Right.
But
you should do that.
But I liked it. I did like it.
You should do that. Because I could tell you attached to this project. I could tell like this project is your baby. So I don't know if we spoke about this earlier, but maybe we did or maybe we didn't. We said we're going to feature films, and we said, let me ask you this. No. Let me ask you this. This is what I meant to ask earlier. Could you film an all-white cast?
I could. But at this point in my life, I won't. Now, like I feel like my position now is to give black actors a chance.
Stay in Wakanda.
Yeah. It's just there's just not, you know, every 10 movies
Right.
with over all white cast of a non-black, there's one, you know, which is less work for black actors. Having to fly over here to get work. I think my thing now, it just has to be a black lead. I don't mind if everybody else around him is white at the moment if I can't, but the story that we're following, the main person has to be black.
Like,
for me, at the moment, at this stage in my career. I'm not saying it might not change 10 years from now, but I feel like, you see when you watch a Spike Lee movie,
right.
you know what you're gonna get.
Right.
You know, he's there to uplift the community, and I'm inspired by what Spike Lee done. You know, I think he came out the gate.
I think he did like a white movie though. Did he?
Did he do one?
Oh, come on, Has. He did like a white movie or
What is he gonna do?
How long into
a white series?
I ain't seen it, and if it was, how long was it?
I mean, it wasn't called a white series.
I don't
or a
think
white
a full
movie,
white cast.
but
no.
it was.
Was the lead black though? I don't mind if number one on the call sheet is black and everyone around the person is not black. That's to me still the same thing.
Okay.
Because what that does, it shows that you can be black and lead a movie, which means that now other blacks get opportunities off that as well. But would I do it with a main white lead? Would I be tempted if someone said Leonardo DiCaprio or Robert De Niro or this? Of course I would be. But then I'm going to be like, how can I sneak Denzel or Will Smith in here? That's what I'm going to be like. Yeah.
No?
No, I don't.
Nah, bro.
It might have been a commercial. It might have been a commercial.
Spike don't play about all of that,
I don't even
bro.
think a commercial, bro.
I don't. Spike is very.
I'll get back to. I'll figure it out. I forget what it was. Maybe he was a consultant on something.
Maybe that, but that it says
on something HBO.
That it's him. I don't think so.
Yeah, being a consultant is one thing, isn't it?
Right.
Like, you know, but his actual name was written direct. I don't think I've seen. I haven't seen anything from Spike.
Right. Could you tell the whole New York story?
The movie I just wrote was based in the whole of New York.
Wow.
Yeah, I can't say too much about it, but it's a sick story and it's set in New York. And it's set in New York in the 1970s actually as well.
70s.
Easy. I can write a story in any time.
I was born 77, just in case you want to throw me up in there.
Yeah.
He can do New York accent too.
Oh, I can do New York accent. If there's anything I can do.
Yeah, you can definitely do New York accent. So yeah, man. So it don't matter about where it's set. It's just I just need to understand the story and the characters. If I understand the person's motivation and his aspirations or his weaknesses, I can tell the story.
Man, God damn it.
Is there a creative process you go through to come up with stories? Is there anything that inspires you, is a muse to you?
I have to watch everything. It's crazy, but you see, if you tell me there's a show that's cold, I will watch it. And it might not even be my cup of tea, but I need to know what got you so excited about it.
Right.
So because if you got excited by it, there's probably thousands of other people that are excited by that same thing. So what can I take from there to add to my game to see what people are into? Because that's the only way you stay common. Remember, I never got a chance to go film school or any of these places.
Right.
It was just me relentlessly watching film and TV, learning how to do what I do. Right. So if I'm writing a gangster movie, I will watch every single gangster movie. I would find the list of the 10 greatest gangster movies of all time, and I would watch them all back to back before I start writing. Because I need to see what did everybody love about all of these movies, and now I need to go in with my take on what You know, so I'm like, that's kind of my process.
That makes sense.
How about reality shows?
Nah, it's not my bag, man. It's just not my bag. I think big up everyone that's made a living off of it and is doing well from it. But I just don't watch them. It's just not. It's not even reality anymore.
Just stop calling it reality
It's actually
shows.
scripted now.
Yeah.
Like I remember back in the day when Big Brother first came out in the UK.
Yeah, in the UK.
Was that the
we didn't
first?
have that out here at first.
Bro, Big Brother came out. I was young at the time, but that was
What?
What was
Real
our
World?
shit? Real World?
No, I think Big Brother
No,
before
we had
Real.
Big Brother.
Big Brother
Yeah,
first. Okay.
yeah,
I think we
that
had
was
Big
first.
Brother first, and
Okay,
that came
okay.
out, and I watched that, and it was crazy because that was a real reality show. Because they didn't know that. Okay, at the time, if someone has sex, you get 50 grand. If you do something sneaky, you get this. No one knew this in the
someone
season.
has sex,
Yeah,
someone
yeah,
can-
that was the rule in Big Brother.
Really?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah. If the couple
I
have
ain't
sex,
see
you get
this.
money. This is
Yeah.
old school, but remember,
This is wild.
the contestants don't know this.
Oh, okay.
They don't know this. So there was a villain in the show, but he was a real villain. Like he was doing sneaky things. Like he'll go up to you and say, "Yeah, man, I don't really feel him." And he'll go up to you and say, "Yeah, what do you think of N.O.R.E?" This was a real two-faced guy. And I was watching this like, is this real, bro? Like people actually like this. And I remember thinking, nah, this is actually crazy reality TV. And I was a fan of that.
Right.
Season 2 came out, and then it's like, the rule, they watched the season 1, so everyone knew because, you know, if we have sex, we get the money, so they're trying to have sex.
Yeah, they knew
and
how to
that guy that was
manipulate
doing the sneakiness, he got mad deals when he came out, and he got loads of hosting gigs. So then everyone in the next season was trying to do that.
Right.
And I was like, no, it's not real no more.
Right.
Like, when it was pure and nobody knew, you was actually just watching normal people doing what normal people do.
Right.
After that, when I started seeing clips of other stuff, I was like, oh, he's just doing what she was doing. And she was just doing what she was doing. So I kind of had a sour taste in my mouth for reality TV because I know I know what the aim is.
Right.
The aim is for everyone to come out. You want to have a career when you come out. So I feel like you're putting on a role, which is fine, but just tell me I'm watching a scripted TV show instead of telling me it's reality. So
Right.
it's just not my bag.
And that's how the Real World, it started out pretty real, and then after people saw it, then people started manipulating themselves on
Yeah,
set.
that's why you got to watch the first things of these things.
Yeah.
You see the difference of how things
Yeah.
were, man. Mm.
If you got a chance to do the London version of Harlem Nights,
I love Harlem Nights. I would do that in a heartbeat.
but what I mean by that is like, you know how Harlem Nights is there's nobody that's that's not a star.
Right.
Like everybody.
Was everybody a star at the time? When
Yeah.
I watched it, obviously I recognized.
I mean, everybody was somebody.
I knew Richard
Maybe-
Pryor.
maybe
obviously I knew
everybody
Richard-
wasn't a star.
Yeah, yeah.
No, but the main cast were
The main
all-star
cast,
cast.
main
Well,
cast
stars
was
at the
star.
time.
But I mean,
Yeah,
even the B and C grade people were somebody.
People coming up, but I'm talking about the main cast.
Yeah, the main cast.
Legends.
That's Eddie
Everybody
Murphy.
was
That was
legends.
Eddie Murphy,
Richard
Richard
Pryor.
Pryor.
Yeah. Was it Red Fox?
Red Fox. Yeah. So everybody.
I love that movie.
If you was to do that, but the London version or the UK version,
I would do something like that, but later on in the day in my career, because
Yeah, not now.
they're already popping.
Okay.
If they're saying everybody was a star, let me get some new. If I could get some new faces in there along these stars, I would do it. But I'm big on giving new talent a chance. You know, when I was coming through, I was always wishing someone would put me on. And I don't think it works like that. I actually don't think anybody can put you on. I think you have to put yourself on.
Yes. Right.
But I was always hoping somebody would, and nobody ever did.
Right.
So with me now, when I even put people on, they're not just people who are walking on the street and I'm like, do you want to be in a movie? It's not like that.
Right.
It's people that I see, they're posting skits on their TikTok every single day, playing the dad, the mum, the brother. I'm like, this guy can act.
right?
Come and audition. You know, maybe we can take it from here to there. So I would rather have some unknowns in there than have a full unknown cast. But I would do it. But I would love, as long as I can throw some new guys in there.
Right. Yeah, I would love to see that.
Harlem Nights, you know, I ain't thought about that movie for a long time, but I did love it.
Oh, listen.
Especially when she's fighting Eddie Murphy and she punches him up and he
Oh, yeah, he
shoots
shoots
up
in the toe.
Yeah, that was dope, man.
Yeah, yeah.
That was
I gotta go
dope.
back and watch that.
How about Seinfeld? You ever? Because Seinfeld is the opposite. Seinfeld only got one black dude in there.
It's the same with Friends. Friends had like someone every other so
I never
often.
fucked with Friends, so I don't know.
See, I wasn't rocking with Seinfeld, but I rocked with Friends.
Oh shit! I rock
Yeah.
with Seinfeld.
I didn't fuck
ain't
with neither of those.
Yeah,
but
is it? I was a big Friends fan. Seinfeld never really held me, but I did love Friends.
Okay.
But I saw what people liked in Seinfeld, but I was more of a Friends guy. But all of them shows in them days was 99.9% white cast.
How about Supacell? Are we gonna make this animated series?
You gotta call Netflix, bro. I can
Oh, man, comic books and everything.
I think there could be.
Right.
But again, you know, it's down to them. I can always pitch it, but it's down to them. Like when I was in Vegas not too long ago and I saw the Stranger Things store, massive store, Stranger Things. I was like,
Dope series.
and I remember saying, that's the dream, you know, a Supercell store, big like that in Vegas, just wherever, where people are just going in and coming out with Stranger Things t-shirts, like it's, you know, like it's Gucci, Prada. That's how they feel with it. And I'm like, that's when you got a show like that.
Right.
It's a no-brainer. Right? If the Duffer Brothers who do Stranger Things went into Netflix and said, well, they want to do comic books, they're going to bite their hand off because they've won. So I'm not in a rush in the process. I think, you know, give me 2, 3, 4 seasons. Yeah, why not? Let's go.
Yo, well, I'm going to tell you something. I went to go see Black Panther, right? And I remember me crying. Not because...
After the first one?
Yeah, not maybe because the movie warranted me to cry, but because me seeing my people held in such a high standard.
It was amazing.
And then, like, having a whole, like, we start calling, like, us Wakanda. Like, we Wakanda, motherfucker. Like, right?
Yeah, that's dope.
And then the second one, proud. And then I remember not feeling that feeling again for a long time. And then Bob Marley's movie came out.
One Love, Hold Tight Kingsley. It's my guy.
And it wasn't like the superhero part of Bob Marley. It was the normal part of Bob Marley that made me feel that same exact thing, right? The same exact love, like same exact passion of me seeing my people on screen and them being a superhero. I haven't had that feeling since. Until I've seen Supacell.
Hey, bro, I appreciate that, man. Thank you, bro.
I'm not saying this, like, I watched it and I was just like, and to me, this was even more relatable because a lot of us don't know our superpowers. A lot of us are superheroes
100%.
and don't know our actual superpower.
Yeah, I think we all have a genius ability in us and we just have to unlock it. It's kind of like, if you don't give Venus and Serena a tennis bat, then we don't know. You know, you don't give Jay a microphone, you don't know. You know, you don't put Lewis Hamilton behind the steering wheel, you don't know. So we just need to be put in our position and then our superpower activates, man. Because
that's what I feel like. I feel like most of us is great. We just don't know. We don't know how to pull out the Spider-Man. We don't know how to do our eyes like this. You gotta watch it. You gotta watch it. Because, see, I make sense to everybody who watches it.
Supercell if you
don't give too much away.
Because it's dope. It's dope. I've been doing it all day, and nothing worked for me.
You never know. You gonna get and that's literally what you do. You gotta get super stressed. Something's gotta raise your heartbeat.
Nah, but I swear to God, not gassing you, not, you know, it's a certain proudness that comes across on the screen. And I'll tell you the truth. It's gonna sound a little crazy. I get that same proudness when I watch The Wire.
I love The Wire.
Like, I get that same proudness when I watch something that doesn't have that balance. But this has a perfect balance. You have a brother who was trying to save his girl. And in order to save his girl, he got to get together with 4 individuals that he does not know.
No, don't even know where they are. Don't
know where they are.
Just got a first name.
And they also, I don't want to say gangsters, but they also like...
They're all tougher than him, actually. They've all been through more than he's been through, yeah.
And he's the one who could see in the future. So it always makes me feel like that. Like, you know, God bless me for going so deep, but like Malcolm X saw the future. Like he spoke about the future. He was like, yo, I see a world where everyone gets along.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Malcolm or Martin?
Martin had the dream.
Malcolm, after Malcolm went to Mecca.
Right.
He said he saw a world where all Muslims.
Right. But Martin was saying that from the beginning.
Yeah.
I think they both, you can put them both on the same level. They both.
Of course.
There's a character.
And when he came back from Mecca, he was saying that exactly.
There's a character in the movie. I don't even want to say his name because I want y'all to figure it out for your own. But he sees into the future. And sometimes seeing into the future is not good. And you don't want to break that to like, you know what I'm saying? So like, I just felt like that shit was just so genius because it was like, it was characters I could relate to, but then their powers is like, oh, I wish I had that.
It's crazy. See, I wouldn't want to be able to see the future though.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want that. I don't mind going back to the past. I wouldn't wait to go to the future, because if you go to the future and you find out the day you're going to
ruins
die,
too much.
how can you enjoy anything today?
Right.
Yeah.
You can't really enjoy it. You might think, yeah, party and YOLO until this day comes, but that's just on your back of your head forever.
Right.
So I don't want to know the future.
Right.
You don't want to go to the future and see that Drink Champs ain't here no more.
Right.
You know,
Right.
that's
Right.
our time, bro.
Right.
Like, you're just thinking, what have I done? What did I do in this path to make this go away?
Right.
So you don't want to know the future, man. So like that's why I love the show, because he goes there and he doesn't burden her with this. And I see some trolls like, why did he just tell her? Why did he just tell him? Like,
But you can see it's killing him. He's crying. You can see it's killing him. He doesn't want to
I'm gonna die. You've just killed me. Right, now.
Right. He
Why
killed
would
you
let
right
me
there.
know this?
Right.
I don't want to know this. Now I can't.
Right.
There's nothing I can do before then that I can actually genuinely be happy.
Right.
Nothing means nothing now.
Right.
So that's why I personally love about the show. And I think if you watch it with that lens of really seeing the layers of it, you see why, like, your compliments have been so nice to hear today, and other people have said similar things. Because when you watch it, you start seeing the layers. You think, this is actually deep, man. This is actually, this means this and that means that. And there is so many, even meanings that I didn't do on purpose, but because how I think as a writer and as a man, I'm writing things with my subconscious in there. So I'm doing things. So that's probably why you're picking up on certain things as well.
Right. And that's why I want to see the future, because I'm not going to blow it up. But like the part 2, when he's saying, I'm going to go back and I'm going to figure out this, I'm going to figure out this, and I'm going to figure out that. And it was just like, it just set it up for me to just be like, damn, my motherfucker. Like, I wanted the season 2, like, right then and there.
Yep.
Like, if I
Trust
would
me.
have had to buy season 2 right then and there, I'm like, what the fuck?
I feel like everyone would have,
Yeah,
I think I would have. Like, everybody would have, But we done that. I ended it like that. Because the one thing I was going to say, I want to leave people wanting more.
Yeah.
That there was times it wasn't going to end that way. And I was like, nah, this is just going to make people want more. And this is, so we can get to season 2 and we can expand it.
Right. Do you think black people appreciate it as much as you cater to black people?
I think the black community showed out, man. Like, our numbers went crazy because of the black community.
Was it like
They
number
spread
one
the
the
word.
whole 4th?
It was number one. It was
July?
the number one for the last 2 weeks.
Yes,
I think
goddamn
we
it.
just got.
Goddamn it.
Yeah. So, and that was literally because black people spreading the word, going into work, telling their counterparts at work, have you seen this? Have you seen that? Like,
Ain't it?
they showed out. I got not one bit of anger for the black community. Even the people that are online trolling it, they don't understand that when they're going on Twitter and trolling it, they're starting a conversation for
It's
someone to go watch
marketing.
anyway. Yeah, but they don't get that. They think they're pulling it down, but they don't know that they're making more people watch. So they really came out. Yeah, for sure.
You realize, EFN, that there's a superhero in Queens? The Joker even come from the Bronx. Batman come from Gotham City.
Which is New York.
Spider-Man come from Queens.
Yeah, Gotham is meant to be New York, innit?
Is it, or Chicago?
Gotham was meant to be based on New York,
New
I
York?
think. Yeah.
Okay.
Then they went across the pond and got superheroes.
Miami don't got shit.
Miami ain't got shit.
Yeah, we need to figure it out. We got to cocaine cowboys. Hey man, don't talk about Miami like that.
No, it's
we
my-
got superheroes.
it's my
They
second
take
hood.
2 lines and they superheroes.
It's my second hood, but I just realized, I said, damn, Miami ain't got nothing.
Hey man,
But you not got Miami, bro.
There's a
Like,
Cuban
this is
in Miami.
Hey, you got Tony Montana. You got Tony Montana.
that's what I said. We got the cocaine cowboys.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Tony Montana was fake, so we need like,
That's
But
what
none of the superheroes are real.
huh?
No, but Tony Montana was based on real, like,
I know that,
a collection
I know
of real
that.
people, which is a
I know
cocaine
that.
cowboy era.
I know that.
Right.
But yeah, y'all need a
Miami's
superhero in Miami.
popping, man.
So would you do a superhero story in Miami?
I'll do
That
anything
does
in Miami.
cocaine and flies?
I mean, I don't know about the second part of that, but I definitely would tell a story in Miami, 100%. I think I was going to shoot a movie in Miami just before COVID came and washed it away. So
Yeah.
Miami's a hot capital. People want to come here, but I think, no, it is. We're not familiar with the rough part. We think of Miami, we think of the palm
We can take a
trees.
trip right now.
Oh yeah. It's like London.
You feel like the high,
Yeah.
it feels like high life.
Miami-
You don't feel like the struggle. So
They show the beach, South Beach, and South Beach
Yeah,
is
that's
not
what we
Miami
used to.
to Miami, you know?
Yeah, there be
Yes.
parts of Miami. I'd be like, this is America? Like, you know,
I think that would be a good story to tell, though. Like, this is the Miami that most people know. Then you see the South Beach and the fact, but this is the real
yeah,
Miami.
that's-
Then you go into the hood of it. That would be dope. I would watch that movie.
Watch Cocaine Cowboys, the documentary series.
I've seen a lot of that.
You
They're
see it?
two
That's a
brothers
big-
killing it. Yeah.
That's a big part of Miami, but there's a lot more to Miami, man.
So Interscope comes to you, Universal comes to you, and says, Rapman, you got a choice. Do one video for one of our artists. Say Universal now. Kendrick Lamar or Drake?
Okay. I like how you set that up.
I killed it, right? Killed it.
I'm doing, me personally, I'm doing it for Kendrick right now.
Okay.
I would do it for Kendrick right now. Like,
But your accent is more like Drake's.
I love Drake as well. I do love Drake as well. Like, but if I'm a businessman, and like right now, I feel like the smart business is on Kendrick, isn't it?
Okay.
So yeah, for sure.
I wasn't ready.
Why you did that to him, bro?
I'm just being honest, isn't it? Like, I feel like Kendrick's is where you put your money right now.
I'm not gonna lie, you got a little bit of your Malibu rum left. Take another last shot.
Big up. Yeah.
We bigging you up, man.
Yeah, nah, big love,
and
man.
big
I
up to you.
appreciate it.
Yeah, man. I take a little bit more. I don't want to jerk it like that. Man, I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm really, really proud of you. I'm really proud of thank you. You know, Rock Nation for seeing your vision.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man, as well. And yourself.
You know, for seeing you and James, very strong-minded black individuals doing black things with black cast. And by the way, God bless me for saying it this way and saying it like this. A lot of people always say support black, and then sometimes the quality of that black product isn't up to par.
Yep.
You know what I mean? If there's a black Fendi, I'm gonna support the black Fendi way more. But I don't want to, you know.
You don't want to have a lesser quality product just because. I get it.
And that's why I commend you. Like I said, I was trying to critique you, like in a good way, like just be like, yo, let me just find some flaws in this, you know, and I just couldn't because it's really put together. And I knew the way Tata told me to watch it.
I was gonna say, was this something you would have watched if Ty didn't say watch it?
You know what? I started to watch it.
Oh,
I started to watch it. Remember, before that.
Okay.
And I remember it was starting off slow, and I didn't catch it because it kept being number one on my shit. So I just kept looking, and I was like, all right, cool. And then when Ty said that to me, I was like, oh, this is art. This is what I saw already. And then me and my wife, we watched it, and then we watched it again today.
Okay.
And I was just like, holy shit. And like I said, if I was a young dude from the hood that didn't have this career, didn't have this, that's something I would look at for inspiration.
No, I've been getting a lot of that, and I appreciate that, man. It has made a lot of people reach out who are just like, you know, I've never thought about acting before, but I want to be in something like this, or how do I make something like this? And it has really uplifted a lot of people, man, just to see people who look like us doing things like that and just seeing it getting taken in by the world, you know. I think it was just needed, man. I think it was the right time.
And one thing that was genius about it was you didn't label it season episode 1, episode 2. You named it the names of the characters, so you fall in love with the actual character. I was like, yo, I was pausing this shit.
You'd be surprised what that does to you.
I don't know what it does.
You see when you see a episode called Sabrina, say like we've only got 40% of Sabrina in there when we really needed 60%.
Right.
Your mind is automatically now telling you you're looking for everything Sabrina says.
Yeah.
So everything she's doing, you're watching that because you're thinking this is the episode
it's all about Sabrina.
So it takes you there. So it's kind of like a way, so it does exactly what you said as well. You get to know that character individually, but it really makes you know, okay, so I'm getting to know Michael here, Taser here, Sabrina here, Andre here, and then the time you get to the 6th, you feel like you've known them. Now you're ready for them to come together. And that was always the way it was planned to do it like that, man. It was like, honestly, we put a lot of work into that show.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. Let me just tell you something from creatively, and I'm a creative person. I was just like, this shit is crazy. Like he didn't, like I said, he didn't label it. He labeled it so you could fall in love with the characters. So by next season,
is straight smoke. I don't need to introduce you to them no more. So people like yourself say it starts off slow, which it does. If you don't, but you see season 2, it don't start off slow.
Right.
That's going off. We're getting flat. Well, as long as we get it, I already know. I've got the opening scene, so my cast already know my opening. I'm not going to give it to you. So.
No, please.
But the opening scene is just smoke.
I'll take another one.
I'm saying.
So let me ask you. The budget comes in. It's exactly what you asked for. Because everything was based out of London this time. that you didn't go anywhere because you said
We went to
green
Scotland,
screen.
but that's about it. Yeah.
You went to Scotland? Is
Yeah.
that when the guy
Where he ran to? Yeah, yeah. He
Oh,
went to
so you
Scotland.
really went to Scotland?
Yeah, we actually went to Scotland.
All right, that was one of my favorite scenes. by
Yeah,
the way.
yeah, it's funny. We actually went to Scotland. Yeah, yeah.
Oh man, I feel so sorry because you look at the.
I was going to watch it.
I haven't watched it yet, man.
Just watch it and just send me a DM.
I'm gonna watch it.
Get through it.
listen,
Like,
listen.
I only watched the trailer. I watched the trailer.
Did you like Top Boy?
Of course.
So if
yeah.
you like her accent and that
I
one,
went back. I watched the Netflix one, and then I went back to watch the first one.
the first one was my favorite one.
And I loved it.
But if you like that world, yeah, you're yeah. You into superhero stuff?
Yeah.
Ah, this is your bag.
So
bro.
it was a time where they didn't know they powers, but they using it. They're using it by
I'm
mistake.
kind of mad because I don't want him to tell me any more shit.
I'm sorry.
Because I'm gonna watch this.
I'm sorry.
You knew I was coming.
I got 2 little kids at the crib, and the weekend is the time where I'm gonna watch it all. That's what I'm ready to do it.
So it's this one guy, and I believe his thing is speed, but he's so fast that he ran to another country.
yeah, it was crazy. It's a good say.
like so I'm looking and I'm like, because I think it's called Nima or Lima or something like that. The part of Scotland that we went to.
Edinburgh.
Oh, Edinburgh. And he goes, where am I at? And she goes, and then the lady goes to him, tells him where he's at, and he goes, well, where's that at? And he goes, you know another one? Like
that one was
you in
funny.
Scotland. And then he comes back. This is the part that's really, 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 really dope about our people. Is I can have the illest power in the world and come to you and tell you, yo, I got the ill power. And you're like, well, do it now.
And that's what it was, basically. Yeah. You have to show and prove, man. You know what I'm saying?
Every one of them went back and was like telling their friends, but they was telling them nonchalantly. They're not trying to you know, get you excited or something like. They're like, yo, listen, I think there's something wrong with me, but I think like it's in a good way.
Right.
All of their friends was like, just calm down.
Relax.
Cause you know,
relax.
you know what's funny though, yeah?
One friend said to him, okay, do it now then. Like, that's just how we are. Like, our people are fucked up.
Yeah,
And they couldn't do it.
Couldn't do it. You couldn't do it. And you know what's funny? Because we grow up watching all these superhero shows, and it's like the rule is you get your power, you don't tell no one.
Right.
But bro, you're gonna tell someone.
Like you made it realistic.
Someone, your partner, your closest friend, somebody's getting hearing that, whether it's your brother or sister. So for me, I was like, nah. And the reactions need to be realistic. Because you tell me you can fly, you can fly. Bro, let me see you fly them, bro. I'm gonna want to see that. And that is my realistic reaction, and that's the show's reaction.
Right.
Everyone's reaction is show me.
Right.
You can't just say, you know. So I feel
It's
like,
hilarious. And these are these people best friends. It's like, so it's not like they're going to tell like the security guard at Walmart. But they told him that, yo, you know, I think something's wrong with me, and the people were like, you need to calm down.
yeah, it's real. It's so grounded. That's what makes it show. Because you're thinking it's just people flying through the air, but it's not. You could take away the powers and still follow these people through the show because that's how entertaining their character arcs are.
No, I'm on it this weekend.
Man, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I was so excited. You know what I mean? To give you your flowers, man.
No, I appreciate it, man. Honestly.
I'm excited about what's going on around your way, what's going on with London, the energy, everything that's happening, you know, the rappers. You guys finally getting your props.
Yeah, man.
Because at one point it was just y'all giving yourself props, right?
But that's how it starts.
When y'all started to like,
that's how it starts.
But then now it's like, you know what I mean? Like, what's the little baby record with
Central C?
Yeah.
You can go, yeah. He's killing it. Central C's.
I've been saying it all day. I said we could go bruh for bruh. I don't know why I keep saying that. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
Central C's killing it, and people like that. He's helping it. He's really helping the scene with what he's doing because now when I see a Central C and Lil Baby song, I'm not surprised no more.
Right. No,
it's just like, oh yeah, you don't got your hot rapper with our hot rapper, let's go. Right. It doesn't feel like a shot. Back in the day, a UK artist collab with American artist collab was like, bro, Mama's got some with, now it's just like, okay, yeah, that's gonna be a banger. Like, we're starting to be seen as the equals that we are now.
Yeah.
Like, even though we're smaller, so we don't expect to have everything you have. We're like half the size of your smallest state, compared to you. Right. But We've got
crazy.
talent here, bro. The UK's hot right now. Like that shit, you have to. Super Soul kind of shows that for me because that is so unapologetically London. It wasn't watered down at all, but it was the global show for weeks.
Right.
And America loved it, Africa loved it, Europe loved it. So I just think as long as I think the cultures are one now, man. I think we're emerging, man. So I think we can embrace everyone.
Yeah, man.
I know this is an off-the-wall question, but you think Afro beats has something to do with that?
It might have played part, 100%, because how big Burner and Wizkid is and the songs that everyone's playing. I think the music is the same now. So you go to the club, in a club in Miami, you might have some different songs than we listen to, but the song that's everyone's going crazy to, we go crazy to that song as well. Right. So that helps. It all brings everything together, man. So I think music plays a big part, not even just Afro beats. I think in general, the music now we listen to is so...
And how global, like hip hop is so global. It's like, it's just one big community that's taking over everything, to be honest with you.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, we're pop culture now. I always say that. I always say that we are the pop culture.
Yeah.
All right. Man, I'm honored, man.
Bro, that makes me as well, bro. Look, I got my flowers here. Happy in the suitcase.
You got another shot?
No.
We shot it up again? Let's go, Chicos.
Nah, because one more time, I got him. But I want to big him up one more time because...
Who you bigging up?
What you
Stress
doing?
nuts?
No, what you doing? When you stress.
Stress nuts when you stress.
No, 'cause what you
Pay the
doing?
sponsors.
What you doing is unheard of. Like me, again, I didn't see Top Boy, so I want to big that up. You know what I mean? But me looking at that and me seeing you unapologetically be who you are, like who this is, like I said, I had to rewind a couple of times. Like I was like, wait, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh, as you should have, yeah.
And I used to have to do that on the wire.
With the wire. So, you know what I'm saying? So I was doing that and I was just like, you know what? This shit is dope. It's really dope. It's creative.
It's I'm imagining it's immersive because that's what Top Boy was, and The Wire is. It immerses you into somewhere that you're not from.
100% it does that, and we really show like different parts of South London and that the energy, the parties. You see so much more than what you would normally see from a show like this. You know, you really see a new world if you're not from the UK.
And big up to Nando's because I love it.
Big up Nando's.
Yo, once again, man, thank you and your crew for coming out, man. We appreciate that. We want everybody to go out there and watch Supacell. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna watch Supercell this weekend.
Watch that, bro.
I'm gonna tweet you because I see you on Twitter.
Yeah, I'm outside. I'm outside with that on Twitter right now.
Please, I'm telling you personally, I'm a movie buff. If you know me, you know that. I stay home all day. I watch movies.
That's what I do.
For 2 days, I stood home and watched this shit. And I did not lose track of time. I knew time was moving. And
he hit me. He's like, yo, this shit is dope. He hit me.
That's it.
Yeah, he did.
I saw a sick tweet from someone saying, I've watched Supercell all night. I start work at 6. It's currently 7. I regret nothing. And I saw that tweet, and that was like the illest tweet I read. So that, like, things like that, I appreciate it. Yeah, I appreciate it.
And this is how I know, like, remember how I told you, I said Black Panther, I said Bob Marley, and then I said Supercell.
Yeah. That's dope, bro. To be next to those is amazing.
The whole month that I watched Bob Marley, I swore I was Jamaican.
Oh,
so now you're a superhero?
No,
He's a British superhero. No, you saw he's trying to use the eyes. He's trying to do it.
You don't know what the eyes is. You gotta watch it. Do you know what the eyes is? It's not.
Excuse me.
It's not crystal meth. Yo, but thank you, man. Anything else you want to say to the fans before we get about it?
Nah, man. Just to echo what you said, if you ain't seen Supercell, it's not too late. You can still watch it now, and if you like it, spread the word. Cause we're still trying to run up the numbers, man.
Cool.
So big up, man.
Yes. Well,
thank you two for having me, man. So
thank you for being here.
Mad love, man. So yeah, dope.
Yes, thank you.
We do this again one day.
You don't know.
Yeah. You don't know. Come on.
You don't know. You don't know, but even don't know, don't say that. Don't anyway.
You know I'm dyslexic.
Dyslexic got nothing to do with that.
It's like